Priscilla,
Yes.
first of all, thank you for accepting the invite. Thank you for honoring the podcast.
I'm very honored. More
And
than
also
you.
the fact that you ran a poll on your Twitter. It turns out that so many of people on your timeline listen to my podcast.
Mhm. I was very impressed. I was like, oh really? If we want to have a big converse. Like the conversations must be really big here.
You try and make it. So that's about that, right?
Yeah.
Be a little bit different from like TV conversations.
All right.
Because TV usually moves the likes, the clicks, and to us, it's about the product we're building. So it's basically away from. We do need the metrics, right? Don't get me wrong. We need to go viral. That's what the advertisers want.
I mean,
But that would be the outcome for us. We're more focused on the process. So how you feel after having this conversation with me is what's more important
to you. Wow. Amazing. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm so honored. Thank you for the invite. That's the most random thing this year. I didn't even see it. I was asking that. I was doing research on something. So I ran the poll. And we got feedback. I was like, oh, really? Guys really listen to podcasts.
Yeah, they're trying to. I think because it's also like in the marketing world, so I'm trying to convince a lot of these organizations to switch it to tweak a little bit of how they are making their adverts, right? To do it the way America is doing it.
Yeah.
So they can benchmark with podcasts. Since with podcasts, again with advanced technology and machine learning, you it's easy for you to fast track who your target clientele is with a podcast.
Yeah.
Who they're listening to, because different podcasts have just people come to my podcast and look for different people. Right?
Yes.
It's going to be like, I'll listen to Priscilla.
Yeah.
But I don't care about anything else I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's enough for them.
Yes.
That's what we want. So if you're marketing with me, you will target someone who's interested in you.
Love it. Well, that's so peculiar and so nice.
Yeah. Tell me about yourself. Let's start there. Like, broader perspective. Who are you, Priscilla? What defines you? How can I understand you in your introduction?
All right. Well, my name is Kahimakazi Priscilla Tumwine. People that studied with me, not Tumwine.
Marcos.
Yeah, people studied with Marcos, people studied with Tiber. People studied with me anyway. Moves. Everybody who studied with me. At school, I used Tumwine. Tumwine is our family name, but Kahimakazi is my third name. So when I joined Twitter,
no, Tumwine?
No, Tumwine, just no more Tumwine, guys. Yeah, so if it was Tumwine, you would know. So no, we're gonna get into the Tumwine, but yeah. So when I joined Twitter, I was like, I need something. I need to use a name of mine that I don't really use. So that's how I started using my third name, and it's becoming a brand, a household name for me, and I love it. Many things, really. But above all, I am one thing that I do so many things, like you're going to hear, but one thing that I take pride in is the fact that I'm a minister of God. I do ministry. I'm a preacher's kid. Very surprising for very many people, but I'm a preacher's kid. My dad is called Apostle Charles Dumwine. My mom is a pastor as well, Pastor Grace Dumwine. And I've grown up in church, really, really, really grown up in church. So what I do in church, I sing. I'm part of the choir. I'm a worshiper. Yeah. I do that. I am a leader, many things. Church has a lot of, a lot of things to do there. So above the very many things, God first for me, God is everything. So I'm a minister of God, and I am privileged. Then aside from that, I'm into media right now. I'm into media, could call myself a media person. First off, I co-host a show. I co-host a show called Loud It. Loud It is it airs on Dream TV. Dream TV is a Christian TV. It's a youth show, and we have conversations about youth and the problems they face. We talk about our experiences. I mean, now we have gone through some of these things, so we talk about the experiences. It's one thing to be born in church and to live in church, and then there is also this other life that you get to experience, and Yeah, so our show really just does mostly that. We amplify talent. We have a segment that people come and showcase their talent, those who can sing, those who can dance. I mean, yeah, so I do that on the weekend. Then I do PR work. I do PR work for two companies. The first company is called Uber Events. Uber Events is a like, how can I call it? It's it's your one-stop party planner, let me call it. They deal in everything. They do weddings, they do decor, they do ushering, they do all lots of things. So mainly what I PR for is what they do, the bridal expo. Not the bride and groom. There is the bridal expo UG. So we've had 3 seasons so far. And I am the one that does the runs, TV, radio, this and that, this and that. Yeah, so I do PR for them, and I also do PR for another company called Image. Image is a business incubation farm. They really, really nurture young businesses from ideation to startup to funding to they really, really, really do.
Incubation.
They hold your hand through it. They really incubate you. So I do PR work for them as well. Then I ventured into MCing this year. I ventured into MCing this year because I'm good with people. I talk. I think I'm humorous. So I can hold a conversation. I can. I do. I do. I really do. I know. Yeah, so I do MC work as well. I ventured into that, and my first gig was this year in July, and it was really, really successful. And yeah, it gives me a push. But I want to shoot my shot here right now on this conversation on this podcast. My idea and scope is to do a work, like to work with somebody, a guy preferably. And when you share humor with somebody, yes, on the MCing, I would love to be a duo with somebody. And the person I want to be a duo with is Uncle Mo. I don't know if he watches this or if he ever will. Uncle Mo, please. Think about me. No, I would love to work with him. I have. I have attended a wedding where he was an MC, and I was like, wow, I think we would work really well together. I know we will work together well. Yeah, so that's media. Now, aside from that, I'm an entrepreneur. I I'm a leather worker. Like you asked me when I came. I'm a leather worker. I deal in leather. My product is almost ready. My shop is almost ready. I didn't really want to get into it, but I will. It's called Leather Chick. Leather Chick is gonna have all your solutions to leather problems. Like all things leather is what I deal in. I am the leather chick. The shop is me. Yeah. So like I'll give you a whole wider scope on leather. You come looking for one jacket, you leave with probably 10 different ideas. So most of it is imported, very quality, very, very nice. It's going to be at Arena Mall, Zambia. So I'm excited and looking forward to that.
I work for Saudi coming. What for a country or Nigeria?
Oh yes, and they're also opening soon. Yeah. So my next entrepreneur work. I'm a mom. I'm a mother. I'm a mother to a very beautiful boy, Kian. Kian is 6. He's my life. Yeah, a mother, friend, sister, all those other things. But yeah, that's a little bit of me. That's a summary.
It's quite interesting. I think a good thing. Yeah, because this is a podcast, a conversation.
Mm-hmm. Tell me, please.
Father to an young body.
Oh.
So from it,
Oh.
mom is still setting up her mind.
Hi to her.
She's gonna be the person.
Yeah. Shout out.
It was amazing with raising them on
Mm-hmm.
a very big stage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm everything, but I consider myself a salesman.
Yeah.
Mention something and who wants it.
Mm-hmm.
Come in the middle and magic.
You do that. Mm-hmm.
Extensively, I'm trying to invest in content with what I'm doing with my team here, with my friends.
Okay.
So, investing in content, we realized over time that almost every business, right, needs to self-content, it's content to show. I content like oil right now.
You mean?
Story, this is why I also have a podcast, but on top of that, we have a YouTube studio producing music videos,
Oh,
TV shows. We have equipment, we invested heavy equipment with the system at this.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Amazing. Your studio looks really, really cute.
This
It's
is-
impressive.
Yeah, that's it.
It's really impressive. You're doing well. Very, very, very. Kudos to you.
Yeah, kudos to everyone else.
I mean, shout out to the team. The team is really big.
Yeah, they put in the work.
They do. Well done.
I do not know the rule if I believe in God or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll start there.
You need to
One
believe
thing-
in God.
Like to say it is one thing, right?
Mhm.
And to actually really believe it is
Mhm.
to the other way.
Mm.
So, and the concept of God is so fundamental that it's something you cannot just ignore. Right?
No.
Because if you God, that means you are either believing in the government or there's just
Of it. No, what I know about believing in God is a personal experience. It's a personal experience. I believe that you will get something that will redirect you. God doesn't sweat it. You have?
so many things in the government.
Uh-huh.
But let me hear from you. How would you define God?
God. Wow. God is infinite to me. God is God. God is something you can't substitute. God is something I can't do without. God is my solid, like, I ground myself in God, really, because so many things don't make sense.
When you say you ground yourself in God, I want you to expand on that, right?
Yeah.
How do you mean?
How do I ground myself in? I ground myself in God. Yeah, I ground myself in God by praying a lot, reading His Word, and knowing what it is that He wants for me. I make sure that I, seek Him. Muted. Silence. But yeah, so grounding myself in God is a lot of taking time to know Him, taking time to read His Word and understand what He's saying, what the Word is saying to me at that moment. Yeah, and praying, of course. I do have an intense schedule of prayer. It's amazing. Not most of my day, like most of my early mornings. Like I literally start with God, redirect my day, focus on it, let Him in and let Him, take the day for me, because I feel like there's nothing I can do on my own personally. Without God, I'm nothing.
So, to me, really, yeah, when you look at the complexity of the earth, you have to define how it comes about. So, with just imagining that order of things, how things happen, that is how I get a little bit convinced that this order. But personal experiences, when I look down to my personal experiences, right, I have gotten out of them through maybe reading, learning other things. But there are so many books on self-care that teach about being a better human being, right?
Sure.
The knowledge they give me, then paints the same picture that Bible would paint. Okay, but I actually really said a bad thing. I do believe this.
That's a very good place to start. That's a very good place to start.
If I genuinely believe
You just don't know, or you.
it's certain place that, you know what, when I get into trouble and I say,
God help me.
God help me.
He will help me.
It's me, not
Or it's so you believe you just wake up in the morning somehow, as you, Mark Caron, like you just wake up. You know what the Bible says? The Bible says God is the giver of life. He's the source of life. That's why people wake up in the morning and they're like, they're thankful to God for another day. So I don't know how you be thinking.
Not one, I believe in God, but I am not yet convinced the Bible is a book I want to take, right?
All right.
Because alternative facts.
All right. All right. And I'm not really the best person to give you that.
Since you're like a pastor,
It.
you've gone to pastors.
Yes.
It's very interesting to know how the role of God plays in life.
No. Like for me, like I've said, God is everything. God is everything. I've tried to not run away, but to do things outside the what I'm supposed to do. And to be honest, have yielded nothing out of it. It's been a waste of time. It's been a lot of circles. And every time I do right by God, literally everything aligns. So as a mom that is raising a young man and going to raise other kids, I would love, 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 love for them to know, first of all, God for themselves. I do my best to tell him the basics, tell him the things that I know, tell him the things that I've been told. And the beautiful thing is he's enrolled in a Christian curriculum, SCE. Yes, he's in SCE. So him being in SCE is doing well for me. That guy comes home and he's telling me scriptures. He's coming home. He's like, mommy, this. I'm like, oh, wow. Let me know Jesus doesn't like that. No, it's so funny that when we're listening to music in the car, mommy, is that a Jesus song? I'm like, well, it is a Jesus song. I've just said it. It's a Jesus song. People listening to Burna Boy and I like it. So, yeah, but I can't do nothing without God. I can't, he's my soul, literally. Yeah.
How is it like though? No, I mean, you understand God. How is it like to be raised by a lot of Christian upbringing? I must say this. I had Isabel from the area in my podcast. She raised to a pastorate. She went to a pastor. I think it's also something. So she was telling me some bit of that affected her.
It does. It does.
When she got out of it, she got married. So and the purpose just telling me about her failed marriage, right? She's married to a girl. So she was telling me
Sorry.
that because of her upbringing and how it was borderline, when she got into the outside marriage, it was too late for her to catch up with some things. And she was very disappointed with how now things are
turning out for her. Yeah.
So for you, what's your experience though? How is it like to be brought up?
It's first of all, it's a lot of pressure.
Let me show you. When I asked her experience, she was like, farm.
Like farm. It's a lot of pressure, Mark. Like, it's a lot of pressure. Actually, I was talking to, there was a wedding I was at, and there's this pastor. He's a Pastor Eddie at Watoto. I think.
Yeah, I know.
Pastor Eddie. Yeah, I was having a conversation with Pastor Eddie because we were working together. That's the gig as I was emceeing at. So we were working together, and I was telling him that I pray that you guys, you pastors now, raise better children, and raise a better, do it better by them. Now,
what do you mean by that?
Do better by them in the sense that now for us, my parents are loving, extremely loving, very, very loving. They are the best support system in the world. But at that time when we were growing up, there was a lot of work to put in. Church is work. It's really work. So they were barely home, I don't know, traveling here and there. I would see my dad like twice a year. I would see the days you see him in the night, and then when he's gone, like you're like, yeah. So there's just that part on the upbringing. I'm a firstborn, so for some reason I just managed. You know how we figure things out now. My kid sister, growing up, she's in America. She's American. She's born there, so she ended up going back. So she came back with a lot of psychology. She's a psychology student, so she came back with a lot of these things of traumas and all of this and all of that. She really educated me. The things I didn't even know. I was yeah. So she's talking about things. She's like asking my dad, "Do you even know my favorite color?" And my dad is like, he doesn't know, because they're never really in touch because they're busy. Serving God takes a lot of time, takes a lot of them. They're traveling here, they are here. If they're in the country, they are all over in each district there and there. There is that. Then there is also having to be critiqued on everything that you do. From how you dress up, from the friends you have, you're like property of church. And that narrative needs to change. I always tell people that it's my parents that are preachers. I'm not. You can't expect that from me. I am a normal human being. I'm a normal Christian like you. Now, the instance, let me give my personal experience. Excuse me. When I got pregnant right after campus. I wasn't married, clearly. And wow. Like, you see, I had, I was, yeah. No, but that goes to show how human we are. But no, listen, it was, for me personally, all I cared was for my parents and my siblings, my family to hear me out. I just needed to know how they were going to handle this. And they handled it. Well, thank God. They were really kind. I really, really, really thank God. But their biggest problem was now the church.
Yes.
They're like, how are we going to tell these guys? How are we going to tell people? We're the ones preaching against these things. So take it now you're pregnant and then this and all of that. And it became a thing. It was chaotic, really. People left church, some people, guys legit judge you. Guys legit judge you of, like, yeah, so it robs pastors' kids of that experience. That's why you see pastors' kids are crazy.
That's why.
Yeah, pastors' kids, because
they become crazy at such a late stage.
yes, because
Experience.
Mhm.
Say in my first year, and say I think I was really crazy because me, I had my child in my first year. Straight again.
Well, Mark.
One child.
Well done. Oh, wow.
So I count that time as do it all for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I see my friends who have been raised to pastor do that stuff
Later. Yeah, like you get the freedom. You get the freedom at the very least. So you should have seen me at campus first year, my friend. Couldn't tell me nothing. I was everywhere, every party, everything. It's because I couldn't even believe I was free. I couldn't believe I was like, these things, they tell us about them and everything. And I know it's in good faith to protect us from, whatever. But it's always good to let people experience things. You don't know how I'm going to handle it. You don't know how I'm going to be out there. So we ended up drinking crazy, doing all the most just because you never had a chance to do this. Yeah. Now you do. You're coming back to your room. You get. So the pressure being a pastor's kid, raised in a pastor's home, growing up in church is immense. Very, 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 very much. Yeah. So like I really pray that we do better by our kids, like by all means, really, because you need to accord them that. First of all, you need to give them time as a parent. You need to be present. The church is God's business, really. You are just a worker, you're a servant, So if you neglect your family is your first ministry, actually. So if you're not in touch with your kids, you're gonna lose them. Then there's no friendship built from that grassroots. Personally, I have a very good relationship with my parents because, like I said, I'm a firstborn, so I had to work with them a lot. You're administering your siblings, and we're just three of us, so it's my brother and my sister. So you're helping them here. You're their eye. So for me, it was easy because they had to be my friends again. But I'm thinking about a middle child out there. I'm thinking about a last born out there. I'm thinking about any other kid. Families that are many. And you see, the other thing about being raised in a pastor's home is your home is never your home. Our home was never our home until probably S4. That was like 2009. That is a very long time. We were having everybody coming, everybody who comes from where they come from. I don't know, they have nowhere to stay, whatnot. Pastors are full of grace and mercy and they're, welcoming. Now that puts us in harm's way, because they're not going to always be there to see what happens, So I feel like pastors need to.
Do you think when parents listen to this, oh, we actually missed this? Yeah,
my parents, no. They do. We've had these conversations. Told you my sister is a psychologist. Mom, she came and she ran down the show. The things I didn't even know how to say.
The guys sit in this room.
Yeah.
Yeah. There used to be that time where I'll be like, man, me, I'm coming this holiday, but I'm running that show. This guy.
That's what she did. So when she came, we all remembered our things. You remember something, you're like, oh, that is similar to your experience and everything. So, yeah, my parents are doing better. Mm-hmm. They're helping their friends. We're having those conversations openly now. I because now some of my friends are pastors and now they're also parents. So we talk about these things. The beauty is they've experienced it. And the experience is the same, by the way, for every preacher's kid, apart from a few, but all of us.
So to a child that's going to listen to you, right? Because target clientele for us is, and now we have guys that are really going to put money into this to make targets you should be listening to. It's anyone from, we're targeting young adults.
Yes. Yeah.
Same understanding.
Yes.
But we have also kids.
Kids, yes.
So we believe some will listen.
Yes.
Maybe see on TV, we can see on the podcast. What would be that advice you'd give them?
The young adult.
Yes. The ones that in strong Christian
families.
Like, what's that one thing you'd, doesn't have to be one, but what's that
Yeah.
thing you'd tell them?
Yeah.
To just
help them.
Yeah.
Right now, I think for the young adult who is growing up now, or you're in a home that is too Christian and probably contradicting to your lifestyle as you're living, I think we need to devise means or how to be open with our parents. They listen, really. You need to find a way of befriending them. If your mom and dad are not your friends, it's going to be hard because they are going to treat you how they're treating you, and you're going to stomach it. You're going to live, you're going to be performing, literally. You just have an image at home and another image outside, and it's costly having to live double standards. So I think first of all you have to be honest with yourself, with what you want, know God for yourself, like really 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 have personal encounters with God, like know God for yourself, seek God for yourself. They preach to you, they preach at home and everything and all, but for you, who is God to you? So once you have that and you have grounded in that, yeah, he will help you, by the way, mend relationships and make your parents understand you. You make them understand you better because it's tough. I can only say that it's not easy. It's not easy, by the way, because you're navigating a lot.
Yeah.
There's too much information that is coming in from your people. Then there's also too much information coming from the outside. There's information coming from you. It's a battle. Yeah, it's a battle, but yeah, it's a battle. It's between you and your mind and your heart and your desires, your interests. You could be fashionable, and people don't even get your fashion sense. They say you're in skimpy things. They're saying, but it's just you're fashionable. You understand? So it's a lot. It's a lot of, yeah. But the most important thing is having a solid personal relationship with God as a person in a Christian home.
Okay.
Yeah.
You talked about friends making parents your friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
But isn't that something that's really
Mm-hmm.
Also, is it that we want to make our children our friends? Because the conversations I have with my friends, right, are full of shame. They are not hiding anything.
Nothing. Yeah.
It's hard to cultivate that to their parents. Also because most people have a big age gap between
them and their parents. Yeah, I hear you, but your parent remains your parent.
That's the thing.
Age gap or
They
not.
can't be your parent.
But being your friend. I feel like parents nowadays have open minds on this. Parents are troubled. Parents they on Google. Parents are better than our time. Our time, your dad would have. We are by far, honestly, because your product is always better, and I hope our kids are better. But like parents are, it's a lot of unlearning and relearning going on. That's why they say extend grace to your parents as they extend grace to you. So there's a system they grew up in. It's what they had. You can't give what you don't have. So what they gave us is what they had. So because of what they had, we received that. But it does not work anymore.
How are you tailoring that with your 6-year-old? Right?
Oh my God.
Make him your friend. In a genuine way. Like he's still 6 years old. Let's say he gets to 14, right? And he comes back. Do you think you'll get him in a position where he's comfortable telling you that, Mommy, I actually had sex with this girl?
My baby and I are best friends. It's amazing.
That is something easy to say.
No, on the real. In that, Mark, listen. No, it's not. It's deeper than that. My son knows that whatever whatever, I tell him every day, I'm like, Kian, whatever it is, whatever it is, bad as it is, good as it is, talk to me. I've never beaten my son. I don't beat him, but he listens to me. We stay at home. I stay with my parents, and his grandmother is his grandmother. You can imagine. There's some spanking here and there, but I have never touched him. But they tell you that when I'm not around, I come back and they tell me that everything you tell that boy, he listens. Like, he will be like, my mommy said, my mommy told me this, my mommy. Like, he hears me. We converse it. We talk. We sit down. But me and my son, we go out on dates, we sit and talk. Like, I'm like, tell me about your friends. He's too smart. I wish you met him. He's he's so smart. Like, he's so smart. Like, he's amazing. So we go sit, we have our restaurants around. We have our favorite stuff to do. We go swimming. We have dates, me and him. I'm cultivating a relationship. Like, he knows I am. Yeah, like, he knows I am his G. Of my mom is my mom. Yeah. So I feel like we are doing better by our kids. We're really doing better by our kids because we have we have learned and relearned. So yeah. So I think it's it can't be the same for everyone. And not everybody has the same parents. You see, like you said, some people's parents are way older. Some people's parents are still conservative. Some people's parents are not yet open-minded or even traveled or anything. So that's tough. That's tricky to navigate. But all I know is there'll always be somebody that can at least understand you in that circle. They don't have to probably be your mom or dad. If they don't, you have a big sister, a big brother, you have an uncle, or somebody that is close to that. Yeah, so at least
Somebody very time. Like closest.
I want to be the closest I can be to my baby. Like, I don't want him to be a mommy's boy in a bad way, but I want him to know that I got him. Like, I don't want my child to be afraid of anything. He comes when he does stuff at school. He's like, Mommy, I did this. I feel bad, but I'm sorry. I wanted to let you know. I'm like, please let me know. Let me know about everything. We discuss what to do better, and we good.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Do you feel also like, do you know your purpose in life? Have you realized that? Because I was going to ask, do you feel like growing up in a Christian background helps you realize purpose earlier since you have all these Christian values? You early and I grew up from a Catholic family, very strong one. Still, that's how I used to do watching all that. For the churches. But when you have a conversation with him, he'll tell you, oh my God, that boy. That's funny. Oh my God, it's like my biggest headache, right?
Do you look like him?
Yeah, I look like people. I speak like him also.
Yeah.
All of us guys seem like we speak together.
I like.
So that's the thing. I look like him, but I think he might be. So he's saying that. And we don't have him in the podcast someday. I'm still convincing you for the
You do.
So, but the thing though, because then to me, instead of picking maybe the Christian values, because I feel like his way was to let us experience life. Right? He to the path, he puts down things. If it's school, he'll pay the school fees.
Okay.
But then let you make a choice. Finish school.
It's on you. Amazing. That is really nice.
So, but what I picked from him mostly was the working, right? Every time. Like him, I didn't get so much time while growing up. He mostly went out. So, but you know, so they didn't go to so
yeah.
not playing the guys' mind.
Like, no, you can't be in the cold or all that.
Exactly. So they'll tell you those things.
I know that's the thing. Just because of you. I don't like that thing. Man, it's your role over. What do you get? And it's right.
So, but there was that sense of purpose, right? Man has to work.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you got that as well?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the working part. Do you feel like the Christian values also constantly, because then you still hold God and such
Hi. Yes, I do. I feel like growing up in a Christian home really directed my life. It literally directed my entire life. Now, for me, it's not even a choice. Um, there is growing up in a home and being Christian, but there is being Christian who was called to serve. I come from a lineage of pastors. My granddad, my uncles, the entire family. Like really, really, really. So that being said, I know that whatever it is that I do with my life, everything of mine stays there. Like it's best in church. It's grounded in God. So I've tried to do my own thing. Tried to find my own way. I've tried to find my own other purposes, but my sole purpose is to serve God. Me, Priscilla. I know that because it's been revealed to me. It's been told to me. It's been really
been fulfilling thus far.
so far, yeah.
Genuinely.
Genuinely, yeah.
Never felt like it's
It was a burden. It was a burden at a certain point when I wasn't in it like that, when I was wishy washy.
you could be out there.
Yeah.
Megan this darling and talking your ass.
Yeah, like I wasn't, when you're full in, half out, it becomes burdening because you have to. I imagine you were out on Friday. It's a Saturday. Yeah, you're out on Saturday night. You're on everything, I don't know, tequila and all of this. And then Sunday is tomorrow. You have to freshen up. You have to get yourself together. You have to literally get a whole new person from yourself. Do you know how burdening that is? You have to have your eyes looking sober when you're not sober. So it was a burden then. But the more you grow, God's things are amazing. He chases you up to a point and then he leaves you. When you're like a prodigal son, you come back, you yourself, and you're like, you know what, God, I see that I'm wasting my energy in this. I'm really tiring myself here. So here I am. Break me, use me, do what you want with me. So yeah. When you reach that point, it becomes easy. It becomes so fulfilling. Like I enjoy church. It doesn't even take away my social life. It doesn't take away I don't think anybody can typically see me and think I'm a pastor's kid. No. But that part exists in my life. So it's so fulfilling. I love it. I love it. I love it. And the most fulfilling part is seeing my parents. Now, that was their dream. That is their dream, of course. They want to see their kids exactly serve God with them. Like my dad can be here currently, not in the country, but I host the services sometimes. We are different hosts, and that part after praise and worship and everything. So you're the one talking, giving the program and everything. So when we are done with that Sunday, he's always online. And he's like, oh, P, I watched you. You're looking good. And all this and all that. You can feel the pride and the happiness. And the more I grow, the more I have realized that having my parents happy with me is very fulfilling. It's more fulfilling than so many things. So yeah, thus far it's been very fulfilling, and I'm blessed to have found my purpose. I've stumbled into many other purposes, like by the way, mine is serving God. Media. The show that I co-host at, I went as a guest, like I am now. Could become a host. No. But like my point is, I stumbled into this. I didn't study that stuff. I studied business. I'm a moves kid. Yeah, I did business. I did finance. But I went as a guest, did my thing, and I was called back the next weekend and the next weekend and the next weekend. Hey, next thing you know, why don't you try hosting? Because now you've picked the momentum. Now you've understood the dynamics. Like that. Leather was a full circle moment for me. I love leather. I love fashion. I love high-end quality things. So there's a birthday of mine, I think, before COVID. I wanted a leather dress so bad. But I didn't have a shop that I could quickly think of, like instantly, and be like, this is what I'm looking for, and this is what I want. So in my head, I'm like, I need to do something leather related. But I left it at that. I finally got it on Gigi. Imagine, I got it on an online shop, the dress that I got, and I let that go. But along the way, I started dealing in leather polish. This leather polish is really, really good. It's for everything leather, bags, chairs, shoes. It's really, really classy. So I was selling this, but as I was selling it, being a saleswoman is not easy. As I was selling it, I'll encounter people and they tell me, I don't have anything leather. And that was a lie. How can you have nothing leather? Like entirely, it's hard not to have anything leather. So I'm like, oh, those guys who don't have leather, I should get them leather stuff that they buy my polish. So you see how I literally stumbled into that. So I have stumbled in all my purposes, minus the one of God, because that one was raised in it. But everything else in my life, what I know is purpose can't be singular.
Yeah.
You can't have just one singular role on earth. It's hard because you meet very, very many people. I've met so many people. So I know that I'm ready. I probably have more to stumble into. I'm ready for that. But like, yeah, most of them you just wake up and you're in it. Now I woke up and I was in media and I woke up and I'm doing PR job and I'm like, oh, I can actually talk. You see, at school I was a leader in school, literally from primary to whatever. Whoever studied with me knows. I, yeah.
Why were you primary?
I was in Joy Primary School.
Sure.
Yeah. It was Joy Primary School. It's in Mook. It's a Christian school. You wouldn't know it. You don't know what to learn. But those Joy guys, shout out. But like, I was in Joy Primary School and I was a leader all through. So my point is, if they needed an MC for anything, they needed somebody to, hold the program, lead assembly, I was always there. I was born on the stage, literally. It's church, I'm on stage. School, I'm on stage. So stage was nothing to me at all. I was so confident with it. I don't even, people making runs, I don't know, preparing themselves. I don't. I just wake up and go. It's still something natural. So I'm glad that I have stumbled into my other purposes. And I'm excited for the rest. I'm sure there's more. There's more. There's more. There's more. I mean, it's not my other. Yes.
What do you think about China?
China is diverse. China is big. I want to go to China. I've not yet been to China. I haven't been to China. Have you?
No.
I want to go to China because even in my industry, in the leather industry, China is ranked highly. China has everything from the highest quality to the lowest quality. Like you get anything. So I really want to go there. I think they are top business people. They are top lads and top ladies. Yeah. I have a friend of mine who's in China, Crystal. Shout out.
What does she think in your conversations? How do you see it? Do you want to do business with Chinese people?
Yeah, I'd love to. It's easy. She keeps shipping things here and there. She brings stuff in here whenever she comes home, which is not a lot of times, but whenever she comes home, she brings stuff. This bag, it's from China. I don't think it's anywhere. No one has it. It's so pretty. Like they are so creative. I think Chinese are smart. I would love to.
It's like if they have made this bag, then
Yeah.
you find it.
Yeah, I'll find it. Yeah. For here in Uganda. Here in Uganda, I don't think anybody has it. No, but what I mean is yeah, yes, it's leather. I'm going to bring you guys the best things. Yeah.
Okay. How do you define your success? Now that you're doing the business part, you also know a bit of what your sense of purpose of life is. How do you define success to you?
Success to me is a place of internal fulfillment. If you feel like you scored, if you feel like you've set your goals, you've set your plans, you've set out something and it works out, and you feel not for anyone. I feel success is out it's personal. Yeah, people need to make sure that success is personal. If you base it on the outside, you're gonna die. You can't make everyone happy. You can't. Success is it's really diverse. Like you can't. How success looks to you is not how it looks to me. So as long as me, success is being able to be fulfilled with me and the things that I set out to do. Yeah, I feel like that and peace of mind. Peace of mind is too expensive now. I feel like a person that has cracked the matrix and cracked the code of how to preserve their peace and live through this life is a successful person.
No, I think when you explain it like that, I feel like I can start considering myself successful. Because over time, I've really just learned that, right? To heal everyone else and just keep moving.
Yeah.
So it's a win in the so I've been going for. You say that and it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, yeah.
The possibility of just knowing what to focus on what you're doing.
Yeah.
Literally not my
What everywhere else, because the outside noise is crazy. It's loud, and it can drown you. You can get drowned in it, literally. So to be a successful person, peace right now is one of the most costly. Peace of mind is one of the most costly commodities. People are depressed. People have no peace. People are not kawa. Like, so if you're able,
because people are poor.
people are poor.
They do not know how to where they're going to get their next food.
Yeah, there is that, but you see, there is a poor person that is kawa. What do you get?
I don't. People keep saying those things.
Yeah, it's true.
But I don't think
Karen, I've met people who are broke. And this guy is so fulfilled with his life. Like, he wakes up, he's like, like, yeah, when God wants, he'll release me. When an opportunity comes, well and good. If it doesn't come, also well and good. Like, there are people that have made peace, and that is where the point of, what I'm saying exactly, peace of mind. Because now you're broke, What? You're going to cry for the government? You're going to cry for who? Who's going to come and
being addicts to.
yes, two things here. But at the end of the day, all of us have hope. Of course, it's different. Some people come from, I can't even.
I genuinely feel like hope is misleading.
Yeah. Oh, really?
I have.
You're atheist.
So hope is really misleading. I'll just give you a scenario. So I like women in general. That's why
I love your honesty.
I have. So I feel like I made my soulmate, right?
Okay.
Good. No. So I go back to the mistakes I made. And whenever I try to correct them, and like women are not trying to take a lot of women on dates. Like, I just do it as a practice for me. Like, literally, it's something I do for practice.
Practice for the one you will find.
Like, yeah, like to see
different women.
Of do it right.
Yeah.
And if the outcome will come out right. But then life has taught me for a fact you can do
everything right. And still.
And that's also a very important practice, right? Learning to really
accept failure.
Things, accepting failure and things not going basically. So that's the thing. I don't know. What was I trying to tell you before when I was telling you taking people on a date?
You were talking about what were you talking about? Go on.
Oh no, I just sorry.
Yeah, it was. We were talking about hope. It's the hope that kills.
Yeah, so the rejections have taught me that
hope is overrated. But you see, you try again.
That's the thing.
Yeah, so you can't say hope is misleading because you try again. But that's the thing. You what are you going to do? Because now you're being rejected. What?
You try again.
Yeah. The thing is, hope minus it being hope is something we can't avoid. You wake up, you go to bed tomorrow hoping to wake up. You plan.
There is a not hopes.
Oh yeah. Really?
The house is depression.
Sorry.
You always want to wake up for the next day?
I'm not excited exactly every day, but like I go to bed with the hope of waking up. I've never said, man, God don't know. No. I haven't reached there.
Sometimes I don't say. Like, I just sleep and I don't know.
And you're like, what did I wake up for? No. No, but like hope is something we can't escape. You just need hope in
it. But I feel like it's very misleading. That's why I don't like. And I'm telling you this because I am the most optimistic person you ever met.
More than me?
That is how people define me, really.
But you are.
If any of these days went into a crisis, say it's for flying a plane, but I've never flown.
They'll believe you will. That's admirable. That's very admirable, by the way.
I also really yo. Maybe I'm just behind.
I think you've had so many bad experiences.
I don't even call him bad. Like, I genuinely look at so the other person. I'm so used to name dropping, but this is your friend, so
Name.
Yeah. Also, it was very genuine with me, right? They told me, you see, I like you so much, but there's the thing of stability with you while you're into like a family thing, then you're doing some other things, and they made sense.
Mm-hmm.
But because they had failed to actually fully understand us.
You are, yes.
And it looks like that's the thing. And now that there's this whole social media thing,
Mm-hmm. So killer.
where people are selling different facets of their life.
Yes. Yeah.
So misleading. Like,
Yeah.
I'll tell you an experience I've had just on this podcast. So usually when I'm inviting people, guests, so for most females, right? I get a lot of Instagram DMs where a female has seen a very pretty chick on the thing.
On the podcast.
Then I feel like that is the trend. Like, oh, let me get pretty.
Even me. Yeah.
So I get those, hey, host me. Then I'm like, what would you want to talk about?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, you host me. Then they would come on because some of them I don't publish them, right? Really have a conversation that's not connected. So
it's not driven.
When you look at someone's life, they're like, yo, you're well traveled, you're well flown out, you must be well read. So that's the thing I get. And
hope.
Very good, very good.
Karen, I pray for you that hope can be, hope can be revealed to you. No, but like I said,
I've been in like bad situations, right? I extensively big product at the street. So from that and being able to see a brighter. So when I get to the street, I think one of the things that was really, really helpful was someone believed in one of my strategies and it was so expensive for them, then we had to execute it, right? So that alone is helpful. So most life gives you these chances.
Yeah, here and there.
By default, there's something at least you must for it.
Yeah. Like you're going out, hoping it works out.
Just going like your shoes, lipstick, you have all this thing, and you forget your necklace.
Yeah.
Or you forget your watch.
Yeah, your ring.
And get it.
Yeah.
It really shows you that life can never be
straight line. Yes. It's not.
So maybe with that at the back of my hand, I'm like, okay, maybe I shouldn't be that much.
Shouldn't.
The hope is there because it keeps you somewhere.
Yeah. And yeah, I hear you. I really, really do hear you. Some people have had experiences that have brought them where you are. Some people have had it well with hope, like whatever they hope for, they get.
Yeah.
You've heard of those people? Yeah. Yeah, like the people that, of course, not everything, but
yeah, life cannot be that fair.
not, you can't get everything, of course, but like, let's say 80%. Yeah. So, because if you're not hopeful, then you're looking forward to nothing. If you're not hopeful, then you're just there like a shell. You're not a human being, really. You have to be hopeful for better, for days to change. Because let me tell you, this year, particularly 2023, 2023 wasn't the easiest of years. But like, you hope for something today, it doesn't come. You hope again tomorrow, it doesn't come. And you're like, God, do you mean? Like, you just, and what he says is keep hoping. And you're just like, okay, what do you do?
So for you, also believing God helps you keep your hope, right?
Yeah.
When you read the Bible and then you see the story.
When you listen to a very encouraging song.
Reading the Bible?
Yes, gospel music is gospel itself. Gospel music it has a lot of more scripture than you could probably read in the Bible. The Bible is everything. The Bible is like a workbook for life. It's a manual. But you simplify it to what applies to you. If it's Christian movies, if it's songs, if it's this. And nowadays there are so many apps. The Bible app has those devotionals and everything. Like you can be there and you're going through something and someone posts something related to your situation. You're like, you see me or what? Like, yeah. So yeah, even when it's not like, but when you have God, when you know God, you don't have no hope. There are days you have no hope. You're like, God, honestly, I can't see you. I can't hear you. I can't understand where I'm going. Especially our lives where we are now. 30s gang. I just made 30 this year. And you're at that point in your bro. No, I am. I made 30 this year. But you see, at that age, people expect so much from you. They expect that you've learned from your mistakes, expect that you've learned from your 20s. In your 20s, you've tried this, you've tried that, there's a lot of trial and error. So there's too much expectation. That means you're also hoping more from yourself. You understand? So you need to have hope, but have peace as you have your hope. Like you're like, you know what, God? Yeah, if you come through, come through. If you don't come through, you still good. Like, yeah. And you're like, everything works out for your good at the end of the day. 30.
Priscilla, how do you feel about that?
I feel good. I feel like my life has definition now. I had my baby when I was 24. Yeah.
When I was 22.
I was 24. Imagine. So at that time, I really was just like how I am, naive, you just don't know, had no formula, I hadn't even found my purpose. As you can see, I just stumbled into them at a later stage and all that and all that. So 30 feels good so far. It has a lot of definition, it has a lot of confidence. Even let me say, dating wise, I know what I want. Then it's not that I didn't know what I wanted, but it was limited. But because of experience, because of things I've seen, because stories I've had, I have so many friends. And of course, friends share. People have been married and they're out of marriages. People have people have had experiences that are crazy. So because of the very, very, very many things, yes, age is a good thing. Yeah, age is okula magezi, right? You know what to say? Yeah. So yeah, I feel like 30 is empowering. I'm ready to make strategic, moves at this point because everything you do here is calculated. At 20, you feel like you have time, and you do. In all honesty, you should enjoy your 20s. Whoever's watching us, you should enjoy your 20s. Bask, do make those mistakes, go trouble, enjoy yourself. Be selfish as much as you can with you. Here at 30, not like time frames are a thing, but now you know better, really. You can't listen to the same lies a guy told you when you were 22 or 25 at 30 with the things that you've seen. So, like, even if you approach me now to probably be with me, it's not like, I'm uptight or it's too much, but the things that I straight up can't take. I'll tell you, I can't stand this, I can't stand that, I can't stand that. You with me or not? I can tell you.
Okay, well, in that podcast, you also have
It's a good idea. No, but like 30 feels good. I feel good.
You also said you're still staying at home with your parents.
Yeah.
And
My dad.
30 also. I like how you participate.
My dad, with his daughters. Yeah, my dad with his daughters. You're leaving his house when you're married. Like your husband is finding you at home. That's the thing. So while you're at it, or what, you're gonna be there to kick you away. I feel what now the biggest advantage of me being home at my age has been the fact that sometimes I forget to have a kid because he has parents who are better than me. I was in Fort Portal over the weekend for a function, and the people I was with were like, "Hey, have you checked in at home?" I'm like, "I haven't because there's no need." They take him to the hospital, and I come back and find him with the cannula. I'm like, why did anybody call me to tell me this? They're like, "I call you for what?" We have taken care of it. So for me, my biggest perk at my age, it has helped with the support system. It has helped me, raise him, in a very worry-free, life. Like I don't worry about my kid. I don't worry about if he has eaten or what. Down to the detail, his clothes, I do what I can do. But my dad doesn't even let me. My dad literally feels like that's his child. My mom, that's her child. Like even when I gave birth, he was so little. Couldn't bathe him. I couldn't do these things. My mother did that for me. She did that for me till probably 6 months. I started carrying my baby at that age. Like I would breastfeed and she'd take him. She's like, sleep. How many people get that? People get postmortem depression. People are stressed out and everything. So I find myself very fortunate. Not that I don't want to move out, but you think about moving out and you're like, why? Why? At this point, why?
And at this point for you, yeah.
Why? Yeah, like why? Why umfati? Not that I don't have my space. I have a lot of space at home. You know, I'm at home, but like I'm in my own house, literally. My parents have their own end. We have our own end. Everybody has. And besides, it's just now like literally me and my brother. My brother is also finishing up law school and everything. For him, at least he's a man. He needs to start a family. If he decides to move out, if he decides to move out, that's on him. But even that, there's a provision. I'm just grateful and honored. That's a privilege, by the way. Not many people have. People's parents tell them, Bambi, where you get out of here. Yeah, for men.
You're first being my cows.
They want their cows, Bambi. If you're coming, come with cows. Many. Fresh ones. Yeah, so yeah.
Because truly, they should bring that fresh ones. You're sorry dead.
Thank you. So would you let your daughter leave home if you had one? Without marriage? Like,
so that idea is weird, right? When she leaves because she's married to a guy, yeah, it's almost like you are saying it's hard for her to live
alone.
herself.
Right.
And when luck is not on her side,
and things turn bad,
very ignorant man on emotions, it's going to be such a hard thing for her to accept.
Just
go home, like this whole divorce thing, right?
It's a lot.
It's a lot because people get married. Like I really know it's a lot. I had a conversation with a friend of mine who's divorced, and I can tell you, I was at their wedding,
and they were happy.
Right. It's not even a year ago. Right?
Yeah. But there's a friend of mine I know 6 months in and she was out. She was the happiest bride I'd ever seen.
But when I had a conversation with this friend of mine, they told me 4 years before the marriage, this was the best relationship they've ever had.
That's all.
Right? Like, she doesn't even force anyone. Like, she thinks about it as, again, they were raised from a pastor's home. So she thinks about it like that. I just didn't get to experience life enough.
Yeah.
This is kind of
yeah.
So that's the thing.
So you open to letting your daughter leave home, probably have to go.
Yes, because
what do you think?
Experience men, right? Yeah. What home takes away from you as a woman is it will deter that, right?
Yeah.
You have, even if you have a lot of freedom.
Yeah.
You cannot not report back home to this.
Yeah, I know.
Somehow shit.
Really, man. You see, like, personally, if I think if I decided to tell my dad I want to move out, he wouldn't mind it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean...
But you want to live life.
Personally, no, I don't. I'm just a girl, guys. No.
So to me, that's the thing, right? I feel like if you do not then also experience having your own space, then you have to be extremely very lucky with who becomes your partner.
That's why we pray for them. Because now at that point, it's now them on them.
But like I told you, I know a pastor's daughter. There's no like guarantee. So I feel like my daughter will have to. I'll practice this with my younger sisters. You come pass out and.
But I think that is a personal choice. That should be a personal choice. My dad.
No. Look at it this way. This is the point I'm trying to say. Yeah. Like, if you have experienced living by yourself,
yeah,
it will be easier for you to. You know how when you've been single for so long, yeah, even if you have like a friend going on, like now me.
Senior bachelor, what? We must be busy. Being single is here.
You see how much you find someone.
It's a big deal. You see, when you get into a relationship, when you're with somebody, it's no longer about you, bruh. You're carrying someone else's feelings, someone else's day with your own day. Already you're hustling with your own. So the list it should be is exhausting. It should be fun. You should be enjoying to check on this
So
person.
when you leave home,
Mm.
you get it one.
Mm.
I feel like
You literally come out of this.
yeah,
Yeah, I
like
hear you.
there,
I
right?
hear you.
Because now, really, life basics are simple.
Yeah.
Even if you get married to a guy like me who's gonna have a lot of money and put everything in the house, you'd still feel the need of taking care of me.
Mm.
Just because that's how
You're raised.
you think.
Mm. Yeah.
Our system.
Yes.
So, and it gets frustrating, right?
It does.
But you have to keep doing these small things
Small.
consistently for it to pay back.
Yeah.
So if you don't get to experience owning your own space,
Mm.
I feel like it messes with you, because then again, in a shared space,
Mm.
it will be like this person can't adopt to simple things.
Yeah.
Like you don't feel like you're still at home. That's what I think about it.
No, I hear you.
But yeah, I'm praying for you.
Thank you. Thank you. You're praying for me, Corona. Wow, those prayers are really going to work.
Another thing, when I tell you everything, so I happen to work for, I think they're like developers, they do their marketing. So on Scrum meetings, we're all like different students. On the Scrum meetings, they have to ask one person. It's interesting that they always like my prayers. But most of the time when they listen to them, most of the time I'm just repeating Kanima's lines when they are, because of sleeps. But that's nice, right? Like if you pass going, God, make sure our family doesn't neglect us. Money doesn't resent.
No, prayer has no formula. Prayer has no formula. Whichever way you do, I would love to hear you pray. I don't know why we didn't pray at the beginning of the podcast. What's this?
So, yeah, fashion. Let's keep a little bit into that.
Fashion is amazing. I love fashion.
Can you explain your personal style?
My personal style is versatile. You see, I'm in denim. Denim today. More you'll find me in a dress, very beautiful dress. More you'll find me in a skirt. I dress to the occasion, personally. I think that
It's just denim.
no. I was at work. Today's a Tuesday, guys. I was at work. Life was. I didn't wake up to just come to the podcast. I had a busy day going on. No, but ideally, I watched some of the guests on the show, and everybody was laid back. I'm like, oh yeah, perfect, works for me. But I dress as per the occasion calls. I'm very fashionable. I'm those people who I'll have a dress code at my wedding. I'll have a dress code at my party. I'm those people. I love people that look good. I'm people that put effort in looking good, in the sense that you follow the trends, you work with what's working, Yeah. And also appreciating your body is important. You need to know that if you're thick, there's some things you can't wear. Now there are these bull skirts that are like those bull short plated things. How am I gonna put that on? Really? Your ass is gonna be out the whole way. So my fashion sense is in no, I haven't been to Nyage, but
You want to?
I don't think I'll ever be at Nyage. Not in a Simuburi, but like I don't think that's my target.
But you're well read enough to understand that it's not a demonic.
No, it's not even that I don't go because it's demonic. I don't even think that. Nah, no. I think at the person that I just no. I don't even think about it like that. It's just not my cup of tea, really. But I party. I can go out. I can have dinners with my friends. I can, But like ideally, my fashion sense is a lot in accordance to my body type and to the occasion. Yeah, like now for me, I get to be in very, very serious places, then also chilled places. Then if you're going to move with your dad, he's going to be going to State House, or going to this, or going to that, and all that. So you have to dress accordingly. You're not going to show up in a crop top. So, yeah, I have a very diverse fashion sense.
Interesting.
I am I try out a lot. Like I see something and I'm like, now my biggest fashion critic and also fashion enhancer is my kid sister. She's too fashionable. We get a fashion sense from our dad. He's not in America. My dad is very fashionable, and everybody knows that. Like he will be that guy who will have like a fresh cut, like my mom too, but like he is our stylist, literally. So for me, I can't even escape it. Yeah. So I think I have a very interesting fashion sense. That's why I'm doing well in my business, because I want to open people's minds. You know, people have particular leather jackets they think about, particular bags, particular wallets, particular. There's-
Be a customer.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Sure, sure, well.
So everyone has this thing that trended, right? The Kampala style and branch. So it is a package full of mostly the latest fashion trends, right? Because
Yeah.
whatever we see people do here
Yeah.
is something you've seen
Somewhere. We copy a lot, man.
What do you think about that? Let's not get it. Like,
one thing I know is that for whatever it's worth, we have cultures here. And we can't skip them. You know, there are things you're going to do. There's an outfit you're going to wear and go to Kampala style branch, because the people at Kampala style branch relate with you, and where they're okay. But you can't get that outfit and go to downtown Gaza.
that's true.
They're going to tear you up. Why are they tearing you up? Because culture, because of what they know, how they've not said wear a long skirt or what, no, but like there's some stuff that is outside of what is normal here. So I think that as we incorporate whatever is outside of what we know, it's very good picking things from outside. It helps you learn, it helps you, opens your mind. I love it. But as long as your personal conscience is good, if you feel you woke up and you left home and guys are here, yeah, good for you. Me, I'm happy for you. I personally wouldn't do something. There's some things I can't dress up in, not because I can't, but just because it doesn't sit well with me. Not for anybody, by the way, because I don't care. By the way, my mom hates it that I say that, but I don't. I care, but I don't care. What do you get? Like, yeah, as long as I'm good.
But these people, that's like it's a big thing. It's about the content they consume. It's about the shows they're watching.
Yes. Yes.
This is what defines their lives.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the Western influence is such a bad thing to us?
I can't say it's bad. That's again, it goes back to you who is speaking from it. The Western influence is very important to us. You know, like hate it or love it, those guys know better than we do in many things. They're ahead of us. They'll always be ahead of us. We try our best. We are doing well as Africa, as you know, here. We're doing very, very well. We are trying to get exposure. But we're getting exposure from them. So I don't think the influence is bad. I feel that it's the incorporation that needs to be balanced. Yeah, as you incorporate their style, does it suit you? Yeah, does it suit you? Like exactly like I said, here most in Africa women are endowed. Really, really, really. It's nyash everywhere. You know, you can think you have we are winning, yeah. But what my point is now, those people is different. Okay, yeah, they're also having BBLs and everything, but at least the majority of their people are slim. So now the things they wear, you bring it on your body and just out of place.
So, but the statement they're trying to make to cut out, right? You see, so when I look at how the timeline reacted, then I look at what the branch statement is trying to. You look at it in ways of. Have you ever thought about it in ways that the girls are trying to express who they are, and also they're trying to show the whole concept of empowerment?
Yeah, and I'm all for it. I'm really all for it. I'm all for women empowerment. I'm all for you loving yourself. I'm all for self-love, because I feel that people who do that love themselves enough.
And then we've had examples of what you call self-love. Also just being funny, right? The new Sam Smith calls whatever he does self-love.
Yeah.
It's
That's the thing. That's the thing. I think everything has an extreme nowadays. Like they get everything and they make it crazy. But if you stay to the core of what self-love is supposed to be, what it's supposed to help you be, it's supposed to empower you. When you love yourself, you're ready to show yourself off. Like you really are comfortable in your skin. You're comfortable in whatever you wear. You're comfortable in whatever looks good on you. Yeah. So I believe if we look at it at that, I'm all for women empowering themselves, and I love it for those girls. I love it for those women who are at that place. Some people are struggling. Some people don't love their bodies. Some people don't love themselves. So for somebody to be comfortable enough and happy with themselves, with happy with what they see.
Have you struggled with loving your baby at some point in your life?
No. No.
It's you and your Coca-Cola bottle.
You had to. No, actually, I won't lie.
After pregnancy.
Funny story. After pregnancy is just chubby big. No, I've not struggled with my body at all. Even the imperfections on it, I like them.
I was going to ask you about body dinosphere, but seeing as you have not struggled with that.
No, I haven't. I haven't struggled with it. Yeah.
Okay.
Have you?
Somehow.
Oh, really?
At some point, I was quite so skinny, right? Then,
Girls love skinny men.
and then, yeah, the thing is, that was one
Big daddy.
the prettiest woman amongst my peers.
Ah.
It
Mm-hmm.
was a thing.
Mm-hmm. Skinny.
So it was like a thing. And it didn't matter, right? But then
It got to you.
got to
I know. You see, when you speak like that, I hear you because there's some comments people make on your body, and even if you're kawa with them, but because it keeps coming up, you start like thinking, you're like, I think I have a problem. So you sit telling that.
how bad feedback is. By the way, I don't know. For me, I've grown now around feedback. This podcast, right? I get so much feedback.
Really?
I literally
Because even on my post, there's a guy who said the only podcast he knows is yours.
like some people, it's I get like the positive is I have this guy flying from China just to be on this podcast because they like it and how I've met people they have seen on the internet close to them by just having conversations, so they get to understand. I think I bought that chick Nana who had released some new to her at some point.
Yeah, well, I don't know how many people you've met.
You know, so that guy flies in. It's like really, he dropped just give me money, and people send me money because of you don't this person that talked about meditation and I learned this.
Wow.
Hey, at last let me just send you the money.
Yeah.
So there's that, right? So the feedback then is but my father is, like, why are you swearing on the podcast, young man? It's that type to get client love, but I also love the fact that sometimes it watches it. But then there is feedback where you get usually maybe it doesn't affect me that much. Oh, that gets lied about this. Oh, nenda chikiazi yekoza nyo to dam to
I know, totally honest.
like all that, right?
Yeah, I got.
So I sometimes imagine, sometimes I have to delete some comments on YouTube because I don't want this
To feel bad.
any type of
Oh,
yeah. To them, the experience is beautiful. You see how they go out when they live here, they're snappy. Because you want to respect that. Until you see something guy was doing something.
But I think that as an individual that is using social media in this day and age, you need by force, by what way, whichever way, you need to develop that skin of fuck it. You gotta post a picture that you find so beautiful to you. And other people are going to appreciate it. But then I will just be as someone's going to tell you, man, what about this? I don't know, your legs are small. Why you have small eyes. I don't like the shape of your ass. Like, it's going to always be something. So I think people need to really know that.
As a woman, how that? Because I've also seen a few times if you're happy, maybe at a fashion, you post a
I do. I'm expressive. Now, another thing I even post a lot on Twitter is because I was locked out of my IG. I don't know how to really. I'm not ready.
What is?
No, I lost my password, and it was those IGs that we opened when IG had opened. So the numbers that were connected. Now mine was Africell. Africell left Uganda. So really, there's.
But you can write them, right?
I'm going to find a way. I need to recover it. I love it. It's done. It has over 400 pictures. That is real gold. Like those pictures back in the day when we would go out and post every birthday. You're posting somebody when we really had gas for it. So, people's comments, as long as I love the picture. By the time I put it out there, I love it. By the time I post something, to me it makes sense. Kati you, go on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it something that is just in you, or because to me it's more like something I've been. So this is how I'm known on the internet. Right? Minus the podcast. First they used to know me because
Makita juice. What happened? Let me leave you. I've left you.
But like, oh, you had the games going on.
Yeah, 5 aside. I don't know what. I was supposed to attend one. Every time I keep saying, man.
But how can I learn things? You should attend.
I should.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
To the first.
Oh, we are friends now, so.
Definitely.
Yeah.
The media thing, but I'll answer you. No, I'm still about
Makita yaliko, you are the guy.
Makita, then before Makita though, I used to like have tweets, right? Like
You were so chaotic.
I opened media because to me it's natural.
You were so chaotic. Oh my god! In your prime
Podcast.
you were so chaotic.
Friends, I have a podcast.
Your prime Twitter. Your prime Twitter was so chaotic, Karen. Like reads.
I am very self-expressive.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay. Someone has sent me feedback on this conversation. Someone inside is like, it's a dope conversation.
Thank you.
So being always self-expressive, right? And in then I has not knowledgeable enough to consider how the person on the opposite side
That's going to feel. Yeah, by the way.
this is thing about in my life.
Yes.
So I feel like calm down. I told you like basically doing like tests.
Yeah.
Tests. You and see how you behave. So that at that day, because me, I've grown up seeing my dad married, right? I have to get married.
Mm-hmm. Are your parents married? Like stay together?
That's it. Yes. Stay together. Grown up to now.
Wow. How many kids are you?
8.
Oh wow. You're the last?
No.
You sound like R.I.P. Okay.
But no.
I hear you.
Yeah. So even to them, you'd text a chicken, she'd be like, Aaron, did you really have to tell me that way? I'm like, oh wait, did you offend me? Because I'm just used to
saying things like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
My dad taught me one very important thing is once you express yourself, you've taken away that guilt from you. Once you say it up there, because I don't have to backbite you.
I don't have to pretend. I don't have to walk on eggshells.
Also makes me such a very good friend of my friends, right?
Yes.
They know I'm not hiding. If I'm mad, I'm going to tell you, but they're like, yo, why is that camera doing that? Something.
Yes.
It's going to be as direct to you.
Yes.
So it helped me, but that is what I've known.
No, that era was wild, man. You were wild. Accounts but like you're like engaging with this one. It was tweet after tweet. He was so chaotic. You were really, really chaotic. We thank God for growth.
Yeah. No,
let me tell you, I've been on Twitter since 2012.
Yes.
I've been there.
I've been on Twitter for that long.
Yeah.
I started like following up like since 2016. I knew that you were there.
Even I knew you were there. I was like, clearly we were in different worlds. Yeah, but I mean, that TL is small. It's like Kampala. It rotates back to even if you want or you don't want, you could still see somebody's tweets. But now we have friends in common, so a lot of times I would see some of these things. I'm like, who is this guy? Oh my god! But yeah,
and you know that the worst part about then was the people that really, really hated me online.
I mean,
like, this guy,
like. But we also need to accept the fact that you're better now. Like you're a grown man. I think you're 32, so I understand.
Yeah.
I didn't even ask you how 30 feels. How does 30 feel for you?
Good. Good. I'm left with like 2 months to make 30 though.
Still, baby, it's 30. You're a Jan baby.
You're like 3.
Feb.
No.
Oh. Well done.
So
there's so much things that you've let go of. There's so much you know better.
So for me, 30, being in a position to realize about detachment.
It's important. I know.
I remember I'm ashamed, right? I live extremely above average for my peers.
Give it to me. Give it to me.
I
No, well, then I think you're such a hustler.
I told you all I've seen my dad do.
Yeah, you're such a hustler, and it's commendable.
All my dad do is like what. No, but that is the fact that you know that you're now like a man.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That calls you
Yeah.
a man.
Yeah. You know, all your boys, everybody around you is manly, like, yeah.
So it's fulfilling.
It is.
I didn't like also I feel like I didn't know why we're rushing for like women at that age. Yet you could just wait for like 30 and then they come to you.
They come to you, right?
So
Like,
that learning such things also helps me just be patient with life.
yeah.
You just have to put in the work for it.
Yeah.
And then see it through. Just watch time.
You see, they tell us these things, but human nature loves to experience stuff. So some people have been told these things. You've had your big brothers, or you've had people telling you, man, there's no need to hustle, babes. And you're like, wow, how long have I been there? You know, so I think that is also one of the things that you lose at 30. Here you're, Bambi, you've done it all. I don't know which party you haven't attended. I don't know which you can't call me now and tell me, boo, it's too late. Yo, and I moved. If I'm not there, I'm not there. Simple.
It was the same thing with Nyege, right? I'm friends with the CEO of Jumia, so he sends me a ticket. Like, I'm okay, you can go to this thing. I'm like, okay, talk to my boys. Like, really happy.
Do we? I know. It's the same thing, yeah.
DJ still playing all the time. Like, okay, no. So, but I wanted to go and fly my drone and it's cool.
But I feel like this Nyege was a lot of content related.
I'm missing the fact that so it has always been like that, right? It's just that now we have influencers who are content creators.
Yes.
So they post
a lot.
See that.
Yeah.
Everyone has always
Anyway, because even us who don't attend it get live feed. Usually.
So now there's a lot of like almost everyone has influencing as their side gig or something. They need the numbers. So when you go into a place that can give you numbers, you have to utilize that. So that's the thing that's affecting. And it's not about to stop, right?
It's just getting worse. I think it's just going to get worse.
Okay. Media, TV. So the things I broke it down. Media, TV, sports.
I love Arsenal. I'm the biggest Ghana. My relationship with Arsenal stems. No, I cannot wait for you to ask me. I cannot wait. I love. What do you mean, Karen? I'm going to get off your pod now. No. My love for Arsenal stems right back to 2005. I was literally baptized into the club. My dad comes back from London and he has brought us jerseys. He's all over the place. He's talking about Arsene Wenger. That was the season of the Invincibles. Henry, I'm called Henrietta, by the way. Yeah, not very many people know that. So for me, we are born on the same day. I share a birthday with Thierry Henry, 17th of August. So now for me, Bambi became my club for sure. And I remember in primary, I was the only girl that supported football. And we were 2 Arsenal fans. The rest of the class were United fans. So I love my team. I love it. And
how do you feel about the fact that you have no Champions League?
We're working on it. We're working on it. This season, anything can happen. Bruh, if anything teaches patience, hope, faith. If you find an Arsenal fan that has no hope, or you'll see Arsenal fan. Because God, we've sat with it. So I'm happy for every Arsenal fan right now. Right now, in this era, Arteta era, we are getting a feel of what it used to be like. And every game you go, you're confident. There was a time you would just watch games and you're like, oh, whatever happens. But now you want to know, this is the team you're going to watch up to the last whistle, like the final whistle when they say, people, I watch my games until guys are going to the dressing room because I know that I can even come back and score. It's that bad. No, but I'm the biggest gunner around town. The biggest. Yeah.
What is supporting go to you? What fulfillment does it give you to watch these games and keep up? Get disappointed, keep up. get into that? Are you that deep that you get to know Atre, they refuse to sign this player?
I am that deep. I'm a soccer mom in my head. You know, my son is called Kian. Yeah, he's not called Kian for nothing. Like,
are you going to go ahead and
he's already enrolled in a soccer academy, but they really start proper soccer at 8. But like he's there, and I love that he loves it himself. Whenever he sees Kylian Mbappe, he's like, mommy, that guy has my name. I'm like, he has jerseys of Mbappe. But like for me, it's more than just a sport, particularly Arsenal. Oh my god, that would be my son. Yeah, the whole house does literally at home.
You just forced your son.
Not forced him, it's what he watches. I think when he grows up, he will tell us what he wants. Because, funny story, his dad is an Arsenal fan. I'm an Arsenal fan. His grandfather's an Arsenal fan. His uncle, my brother, is an Arsenal fan. My mom has no team. My kid sister is an Arsenal fan. Generally, I had him over the phone sometimes. I was talking to a friend of his, they call him. So we were watching, I think it was Manchester United Arsenal. That game we beat United. And he was telling his friend, it's family Sunday. We are here. Our family team is Arsenal. So I love that it's already in him. No, but I watch the game for the love of it. And really, I would run mad. I will, even if I'm on the road, because I'm on the road a lot, doing this, doing that, shooting this, that, that. But I will keep my notifications on. I'll keep live score on. I'll check on my FPL. I'll make sure that I'm good. Yeah.
I also do the FPL.
Small. When I remember to.
You're really bad.
Thank you.
It's really grateful for in life.
Oh. Wow. I'm grateful for the ability to be able to make a brand out of myself. Like, I know that I'm not yet there, but I'm a personal brand. Personally, I'm a brand in like me as me. So I'm grateful for the fact that I have had so many things that have aided me. I have had a supportive, very supportive family. My dad, mom, they've affirmed me from birth. I'm not those kids that have struggled with confidence. I'm not those kids that have struggled with exposure. I'm not those kids that have struggled with self-love. So I have been grounded in a system that has pushed me, like, I'm good with schoolwork, books, and everything. But minus that, they always pushed me. Yeah, like, very, very good. Very, very. You found me on the street, you wouldn't even believe this. This is me here. But, like, I'm very good with I've been so affirmed, like I'm too confident. I was talking to the people I work with at Emerge. We were doing a run, like we're talking about ourselves and our strengths and everything. So I asked one of them, she's called Felista, and I will ask her, what do you think of me? When you see me, what you see? She's like, you ooze confidence. And for that fact, you're one person I can walk into any room with. Do you know how that made me feel? I was like, wow, somebody can count on me like that. Like, they count on the fact that I can do anything. Like, I don't fear nothing. My mom says it a lot. She's like, I wonder what kind of person you are. I really don't fear nothing. I fear no one. Like, yeah, so I'm happy and grateful that I have been aided. I've also been in good schools. Schools like Taiba was very perfect for me.
Roadie, right?
Listen, I was in Taiba High.
Me first was from Taiba. She came when
Karen Katimuna can first take your grievances out of my school. But listen, I want to check it. I want to give you the pros. As a Taiba alumni. I know. But like the pros for me, concerning my school Taiba was education with a difference indeed. Like they cared about school and everything, but they cared about amplifying who you are, as a talent, as you as a person. They developed a person in you, everyone that they met. So we had this type of productions. I was on stage every time. I got exposed to so many opportunities, got exposed to so many people. So I feel like I've built a brand for myself, but with the aid of, it has been a whole village, it's been a whole community stemming from my home. grown up in a home. I've seen my dad and mom together, like you have. My parents have been married for 33 years now. 33 years now. And watching, growing up with that, it's a privilege. As I have a friend of mine that struggles with loving herself. And, I always used to tell her, no way, what do you mean? Like, love yourself. Who will love you? But I understood that it's not as easy as you think. If you have it easy, somebody has it very, very roughly. So for me, I'm grateful that life has dealt me very well. I'm not saying it's been perfect, no, but it has dealt me very well, very, very, very well. So that has enabled me build a person out of me, helped me build a brand out of me, a brand that can make me money, a brand that can really, 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 take me places. Then of course I'm grateful for my baby. I'm grateful for my son. His life, really, really, really life. He teaches me about me more than I know about myself. Because they say your kids are a better version of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I can't say I'm grateful for one thing. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my friends. I'm grateful for experiences that people have met along the way. I mean, I've met you,
I imagine you had this one.
What did you think of me when you were talking to me? Well, what picture do you have?
So I think in 2016 I tried to follow you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't follow me.
Do you know that guys have a problem with that?
Yes.
You're like me, a whole Karen, and she doesn't follow me back. Who does she think she is?
Like, I followed you, Priscilla. I didn't. I didn't. I kept seeing your tweets.
Yeah.
So I know you were also friends with someone I really, really liked because they could tweet you sometimes.
Debbie.
Oh no. Oh, Debbie's like.
Debbie's your friend, yes. Yeah. Debbie's your best friend. You're my best friend.
Yeah. Oh shit. You also in school. Debbie.
I did.
So,
Oh, Debbie, Matthew. Yeah.
Debbie's like friend, gang, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and this other person I don't name, bro.
Bagani.
So in my mind, I was like, okay, I think it's the same character. This is why this chick is just being funny because they're friends. But I didn't really take it like, oh my gosh, it's just how they all have the feelings. They're just maybe for meant to be friends. So, but I knew for a fact that the only reason you refused to follow me back is this whole made up thing about who Karen is.
By the way, let me tell you,
Right?
for me personally, I don't know what's up in my setup. I don't see people who follow me. It's so crazy. I just be there sometimes when I'm done doing whatever I'm doing. I'm going through my followers. I'm like, oh, he's me. Oh, it's interesting. I follow back. Like that. And then there are people you check today. You're like, I'll follow back tomorrow. You come back and they're like, nah, man, I'm done. I'm going to wait for follow back. But like, it's not even personal, Bambi. It's not personal.
This whole such words.
I want to.
So I'm the kind of guy. That's kind of I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but not really. And now, but I've always found interesting issue.
Thank you.
That's very, very happy.
It was so easy. It was so seamless. Because I was talking to somebody, I was telling them, oh yeah, I'm going on the pod. They're like, Azzy, what do you mean? Oh, when? I'm like, yeah, it happened and I'm going, so that's it.
What have you regretted the most so far in 30 years?
In 30 years. In 3 decades, one of the things I've regretted the most, I don't have regrets personally, I don't regret shit, but one thing I regret is not being kinder to my parents. Yeah, when I had to. There's a time, it's a long story. Yes, there's a time I should have accorded them so much grace because even regardless of that, they've been there. Like they can't, maybe they're that person, they're in your corner any day, anytime, always. So that's my one regret. I regret not extending grace to them when I had to. Other than that, I don't regret shit. I don't.
What's the only lesson you've learned from this and from also that, like one thing you tell your 21-year-old self?
My 21-year-old self, I would tell her that don't rush it. Don't rush it. The better things are actually ahead. You know, it sounds cliche. And it's
So true.
yeah.
My father keeps telling me,
Yeah. Yeah. Like slow down, baby.
where you say the peak,
Mm.
right? Fast then life.
Mm.
It's so pointless because you see the outcome could be something you
Exactly. Big time. And you can't reverse it. You can't go back, you know. So if I met my 21-year-old self, 21, I was almost done with campus. Finished campus at 22. So really, I was rushing life. I wanted everything. I wanted to try this one. I mean, at that age, you're confused. You don't even know. You don't know yourself. You don't know. So I would tell her to slow down, and the better things are actually ahead. Like it goes down to even just sex. Yeah, like to be frank,
You don't have sex after marriage?
Hmm?
And you didn't have sex after marriage?
have sex, have a kid. Excuse me. But
And
yeah.
after that,
Yeah. After that, of course. But what I'm trying to say is even the sex people have at like 20 or 22, 23, it's to explore all sex. Like,
never think you should have sex very early.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. What I'm saying, I'm coming from the point of better things are ahead.
In that regard,
Yes.
the people that have, in my experience,
Mhm.
and my experience of the people that have had sex at a later age either hate themselves or it is so. I was spoken to a few married people, right, off the podcast. I have a lot of married friends, right? Because like that's the goal. We have to people.
You have such a long term plan. Mm.
They tell you, the women will tell you that I wish. So there are two things. There's a friend of mine who recently got married. People will find out because they know. So she really got married, but she was a bad, and she likes it that way.
Good for her.
She kept telling me because I tried to date her also. So she was telling me, you see, until we become serious, that's
Nada. Mm. Mm.
But now,
Mm.
I had a friend that told me that that's the worst mistake I ever made.
To wait.
I don't feel like maybe it's a problem because I don't have this bond with my man and I want to quit. And there's that disconnect.
Because no. Of course.
But then the disconnect is from something you cannot.
Really, really. No, I hear you. But my point was, as coming from the perspective of better things are ahead. Now, here where I am, I know much more about my body than I knew then. I had good sex then, definitely. But like the point is things get better. Yeah, things get better this side because now you're more aware of your body. You know what satisfies you. You know what exactly works for you. You know exactly what to do. So the point is things get better with time.
Get aware of your body as a woman.
As a woman, with time, because I'm not saying you need to sample around. It's not a good thing. You could have one person who can help you.
Do you feel like sex improves with your partner if you're communicating?
Yes.
Do you believe in such
Yeah.
things?
Yes, sex grows as much as a relationship grows. I believe that if it's not growing, you guys are doing something wrong because you're getting more and more. Let me tell you, even if someone loves you, what they can be extremely comfortable with you on day one, and they're going to hold back small. They're going to do things. They're going to wonder if you're into this. So they start bringing up conversations slowly to see if you like that and this and this and that. So the more they do, yeah, the more you try out something, you're like, oh, let's try this today. Let's do this. You now have sex in different places. Get out of the room. I mean, yeah. You explore yourself. So like, yeah.
Very empathetic person. Like I love that girl.
I am. I'm so soft.
It's not a good thing.
To be alive.
So this is how I look at it. Whenever we are empathetic, we forget what's in for us.
Yeah. I saw a tweet of yours, I think today, and they were asking about success, and you're like, when I don't have to care for what is in it for me.
Yes.
I found that it reached home. It reached home.
but it's such a big issue. And so I like it so much. Right? To me, knowing that I don't have to care what's
in it for you,
then gives me good sleep. Right? I don't have to. So in this media world, while we're making music videos, you get young artists, female that are coming up and they're ready to do it all, right?
Anything,
Yeah. Text you bluntly, Karen, I don't have a budget, but you can fuck me. What? Yeah, it happens, just not to me, to what. So, unfortunately, like I'm a designer. I've had a one night stand. Must have options.
No, I hear you. Sex is, yeah.
I won't go all out. Fucking I will do it, but if someone is there, it's just not want to be. I've never felt the need to like or flex that. Hey, I've done this one.
Yeah. No. That's admirable.
So, I can't. I think to myself, I had this conversation with this artist. I tell them, see, when that happens, right? Means that first of all, it's not to stop at that.
Yeah.
You want something more.
Yeah.
To think this is fulfilling. But for me, one time is enough.
Yeah.
So what happens next? So I never look for the money, right? But the thing with that is if you don't do that and you help them do it without thinking of what's in for you, because also that's such a low price. Like go on the streets and buy.
Yeah.
But whenever also you don't think of what's in for you, it takes much advantage.
Yeah. I hear you. But I think that
and you also waste a lot of time. So I'm taking back to the dating. So whenever I just try and just date.
Let me try.
Yes.
Let me learn you what. Yes. Yeah.
You're gonna feel like they're now using it against you. You're going to be a bad communicator, but then they'll accept when they have a problem, they'll text you for money because they know you'll give them because you like
love them. You're in with them, yeah.
They know where you're at. Like they'll just take everything for as an advantage, right? So that's the problem I have
with being a lover girl and a lover boy. Now I think that when you love a boy and I love a girl, you're that. You can't change that. Like you're really that. So now what I have appreciated about life is we have experienced all those things. And you meet somebody that is banang and nonchalant. I don't know how. But because of that, we are now able to communicate. Karen, you can't meet me now. And you want to date me, be with me. And I don't let you know. Because I know what I offer. Yeah. So it's not like I'm looking for what you offer me. But love is two-way. You know. I'm supposed to water you as you water me, right? So I'm going to communicate with you.
Okay,
it is what it is, by the way. Unfair what it is what it is. You water me as I water you. We all work on each other. I stand your problems, you stand my like that's it. But like
you know what I wouldn't feel like men are supposed to eat for you. It's interesting that someone like you does.
No, you have to put in the work. Yes, I think it was that come from a balance thing. But like I was saying, you communicate it now. Like you're like, now this is me. Yeah. I'm all in with you. And this is what I expect from you. I expect you to communicate with me. I want you to do these things from a place of comfort. I want you to do these things when you feel free, happily, like want to. If you don't feel like you're going to want to do these things, we may go. Because one thing I have realized is there's so many people out there that you haven't yet met.
Whenever I get that email from my therapist, I feel so mad.
I know. You feel like you want to feel like you have your life in control, like you met everyone.
The ones I like, where are those ones liking?
Let me tell you, there are so many people, and I don't know, but like just know that's just the truth. Like there's so many people. That is a fact that helps you know that you shouldn't settle for shit. You shouldn't settle for what doesn't satisfy your highest good. You shouldn't settle for what doesn't sit well with you.
And
building, you know you can build with someone that you see they are willing to build. I'm all for build. I'm the most patient person I have met personally. I am very patient with people. I'm understanding. I tolerate a lot. But I don't just tolerate anyone or anything, You communicate with somebody and feel their vibe, see if they're hearing your communication. Give it a try and give it time. Give it time because they've met you, you've met them, they're new, you're new to them. You're different. Yeah, it's A, it's and B, like that. So along the way, you have to have sound judgment as a person. You need to know that, bam, this person is working with me. If I have a problem with you not calling me whenever you get home, you're my guy. We are dating. We are together. And I just want to know if you're home. So it's not that Maya or I'm suspicious you're with somebody. No. By the time we are together, I expect that you chose me. Your sound in your mind, because that's what I'm also doing. You get it? So yes. Like I expect.
I trust you. I give.
I'm not going to. By the way, I don't even personally. I don't have that time.
And I feel like being the lover person gives you that security. Yeah? I'll tell you, when I was at campus, I was dating girls. So in that time, and she's also my BM. So in that time, she used to be like a big party animal. I kid you not. She called me at 5:30.
Yeah.
Mark,
I'm back.
no, I am done drinking.
Come for me.
Because I'm not like really an alcohol person. Today's all it's not my thing. Like, come for me. No, that's not this. I don't know. So she come for me. Really, just we do it. Yeah. Not once, not twice, not thrice. And so happens. I think it's like one of my favorite friends.
Bookso. Shout out. That's my G. Bookso is living life. I love it for him.
Oh my God.
He's living life and I love it for him. No, I love it for him. Every time I meet Bookso, he's happy.
So Bookso used to ask, how in the world do you do this
every day?
Trust.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Besides, I left her here. So I'll drop her then pick her.
Yeah. Lover girls and lover boys are very confident people in themselves and in their love. Like me, Priscilla, the people I've dated, they know.
Because I feel like I invest so much into letting you know that you are my person.
Yeah. I don't want anyone else. I don't want anything else, So well, that's why we don't work well with insecure people, because now an insecure person is just going to put you down. It's going to. So it goes back to what we're saying. If I'm going to build with you, I see signs of you wanting to build, Like I can see that this person is putting effort. If they weren't calling you when they get home, now they start by calling you. Probably not every time, but they're like, man, you love this. That alone gives me strength. So we build with somebody that is ready to build. So because we are patient people. I am a very patient person. Like I will be patient with you for as long as you show me that we are on the same page. You understand? But there's this stupid shit of.
But there's some betrayal. How do you know it? So one of the things was, so after that, because that was really a genuine relationship for me. It's close to, because I didn't grow up so much with my mom, right? So second, my sister, like my closest friend, was
okay.
Because I tell her everything. My dad, very loner, also not spend so much time together. But I get into a relationship, so I started dating this model, and she's living by the book. But then after we break up, I realized things. So we go like for a date after we represent. And she first makes noise on Twitter there. I'm like, oh. Then after I take her on a date, and she's my friend, and I'm very sure she was. So she tells me the things she did. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
This?
Yeah.
Because she knew the one thing. So I don't want to say my point, but I have a very, very, very bad experience with HIV. So the one thing I hate in my whole life is cheating, right?
Yeah.
Because that's how most people get HIV.
Yeah.
Like I want to be go test then, because me, I'm very sure. Also, that's what I've said my dad. This woman is so
yeah.
I want to be very sure that you're having sex
only. Yeah.
This is how I have sex.
I don't even know how people have sex with more than one person.
It's fine. I don't blame them, but the concept of have it when you're single, right? So what happens is they tell me they cheated on my relationship. I swear to God, I'll never forget them. Like I will still talk and
But like I think I know.
like there's just I only survived because of a 1% chance.
Yeah.
Like you really did that. Like so when they told me that, I was like, I feel so betrayed. And we're out of the relationship, but I feel so betrayed. So that.
Betrayal.
What do you feel about betrayal?
Betrayal. Betrayal is fucked up.
Have you been betrayed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have been betrayed. I've been betrayed. My first boyfriend. I gave him everything. Literally. I met him as young, as in S4, as a young kid. And we went on and on.
High school?
No, that was a serious relationship, by the way. This guy dated me, for real. Like, would take me on dates. Like, as his chick. I knew it. And the thing was, everybody knew, everybody knew about us. So, in everybody knowing about us, everybody also knew the other things that he was doing. And everybody would keep telling me these things. And I'd be like, but man, they're telling me this and all that. And he's like, you need to get the information from me, whatnot. So until I found out for myself, the way I found out was crazy. It's a long story, but I remember the journey back home was so painful. Betrayal hurts so much if you love a girl. Oh my God. Even if you're not, man, no one wants to be betrayed. Even Jesus was hurt. So really. Yeah, so betrayal cannot be, there's no simple way to handle it. There's no way you can accept it because you're being betrayed. It's far from what you thought. Even if you expected it, still hurts. So yeah, so guys need to do better. Guys need to do better. Like if you're dating and with somebody, they are lovers like that.
What's your biggest fear? In life, general.
Personally, my biggest fear is living out of my season. Life has seasons.
Yeah, 7 right.
Listen, seasons of life. There are life seasons. There's a season where you're supposed to be doing some stuff every.
So the Bible, right?
Yeah.
Has the 7x7 concept.
Yes.
Do you know it?
Not really. I'm not so.
You get 7 years of success.
7
years.
Well, I don't even believe that like that. It's true. Have you experienced it? I feel like I'm in my 7 years of success. Well, if that's true, I have overcome the others. No, but one of my biggest fear is living out of life has seasons. Like there's a season for you to thrive in business. There's a season for you to meet people. There's seasons for everything. So my biggest fear is living out of a particular season because every season has its favor. Every season has its people. Every season has its grace. Every season has its speed. Like, you know what they say when the time is right for something? You can't sit on an idea that has reached, like, that saying whereby if it is time for this, it's time for this. Like, yeah. So when you're outside of that season of your life, you struggle so much. You literally work times 10. What would have been easy if you were in the season for it? Yeah. So my biggest fear is living outside of any particular season of my life because that would give you a lot of work. I feel like let me tell you, when you're in your season, things come easy. I'm in my season for media. I didn't look for you. You also didn't really hustle that much, but like how you get it, like when you're in your season for something, as in my season for opening my shop, because look at the fashion world, leather is everywhere. You hear me? Yeah. So my biggest fear is living out of my season as a person. Yeah.
I think this also forms why you're very optimistic about life.
Yeah.
This has to happen.
Yeah. It's designed for this, but I'm here. Like I don't feel like God doesn't make mistakes. A lot of my things are grounded in God, but God doesn't make mistakes. Like wherever you are, you're supposed to be. Whoever you meet, you're supposed to meet. Hate it or love it. Yeah. Like at whatever given time. Yeah.
Context. What would you define as your biggest hope for the future?
Wow. My biggest hope for the future is the fact that there's a lot of evolution going on. And it's interesting to watch things evolve. We've grown up. Now we've grown up and we've seen things happening. We went the floppy disk era, CD era, but now we carry documents with us on our phones. There was a time we never had a phone, like a mobile phone. We had a landline and everything. So being able to experience life as it has happened, just even in normal things, it keeps me hopeful that the more things evolve, the better they get, the easier they get.
So my dad believes, he keeps telling me, the more things change, the more they remain the same.
Yes.
Makes a lot of sense.
It does. It does.
Also, do you feel like you live in the present moment for you?
Me personally, I'm the biggest present moment leaver. I live in the moment. I live in the moment.
You are the most present person. Literally, I've had in the podcast.
Thank you.
How you so present.
That's so dope. Oh, thank you.
It's. I feel like your character, minus the things I don't know, which I know, it's some character I share, right? Like, bit of the same perspective, I like that.
Yeah. What
do you think about death?
It's healthy. Death is inevitable.
Did you really believe like that? Like when you lose someone, do you be like flat? So I lost my grandfather. I was at college, right?
All right.
I was in S2.
Okay.
So I called my dad and Dad, grandpa's dead. Okay, I'm going to ask the pastor. I'm like, you man, what are you doing? That's the
Yes, they did. And
what are you going to do? So as an S2, that was going to be, I don't really attend so many marriages, right? I don't put so much to the village. I don't know, my dad has designed us like that. It feels like there's like a distinction from culture. We still have obviously, but there's a thin line on how we interact with them, right? You randomly never see me call an uncle because we're not close like that. But the thing though is I never feel that pain.
When someone passes.
Because I have come to accept
that death happens. So yeah, it's a very good place to be because death happens. And a person like you is going to be able to be prepared. You're going to have a will. You're going to actually help people. My son's principal just passed, I think, 2 weeks ago. And this lady was, she was living on her own. She was of age, but she was living on her own, no husband, no nothing. She had adopted kids and everything. And she had her money. She has a school. She has, but she had left no will, And I find that very unfortunate. It's such a bad thing now. Right now, there's a scramble. There's a scramble. If you're a father and you're, you have children you've left on earth, you're going to make them to suffer because there's nothing you can do outside that. So I feel like people need to know because people have died. Everybody has lost somebody they love. Whether it has hurt you, whether it hasn't hurt you, you've lost somebody. You know that they've died. So when you know that death is inevitable, first of all, you live in the moment. I cherish every moment that I live in because I know that I don't know about tomorrow, Not that I don't hope for it, I do, but like what happens if I don't make it? I want to be remembered well. I want to be remembered as a person that lived.
So understanding that life is finite.
Yeah. It does. If I go like I'm with my friends, you won't see me on my phone. I'll put my phone aside, put it in the bag. Whoever needs me knows where I am. If you're not there with me, you're going to be probably with me later or something. I'll put my phone away. I'll enjoy. If I'm watching a movie, I get into the moment and I live it because I'm not going to go back and live the past moment. I don't know the future. This is all I have. Yeah, so death is inevitable. Death. I have had deaths that have hurt me. I lost 2 of my uncles in a week's space. Like, one died this week, the other died the other week, my mom's brothers. And those were my G's. Like, anything I needed, these guys were like my big brother. I don't have a big brother. One thing I always wanted to have was a big brother. But being a big sister, being a firstborn, I never got that. I really hope my husband is ready to be a big brother and husband. But like they were my big brothers. My uncles were like my big brothers. So when one died, I called the other to tell him the other one had died. He was in hospital as well. It was COVID time. One died of COVID and the other one died of other things. But Still, it was COVID time. And the sad part is the other that died was living in the UK. He went when I was a kid. I think I was 7. And he was supposed to come back that year. See how he comes back as a dead body. I was so crushed, so crushed. But when I lived through those 2 deaths, I'm like, well, you know what? Death is it's final. First of all, it's final and it's real and can't escape it. It's the final ecosystem, whatever, chain or something like that. So yeah. Knowing that, I know I'll be prepared and I'll have everything set out for my kids. You have to keep updating your will. You have to keep see the future. Plan ahead. Because if you're not there, what happens? Because I've seen people that have gone to bed and died. They weren't sick. They were normal. Others, an accident there by the road, they bowed and knocks them. Death has no formula. It fears no one. It comes anytime.
I just remember when I was going to the steam bath apartments.
Mm.
And I found, so it was morning, right? I come back very, very early. I also admire the life of a content creator, right? It's a big content creator.
You are content yourself.
You do content for businesses. Those places that be like, they had some, they kind of one. Sometimes I hate that because I'm not like an alcohol guy.
Yeah, I know. How do you handle that?
But I think not like that guy. The most I can do is to bear.
Two bears. And that.
So we come back, then I go to the steam bath, and I found this chick had passed out randomly. So I called her scary. Then I realized she doesn't actually sleep at the apartments. She had come for an overnight party and probably she had a fling with someone. It's just stayed there.
Oh no.
I was so shocked. I slept there for twice in the morning.
Nothing.
So I got so scared. But then I was like, wow, this person doesn't even stay here and they're in this state.
Yeah. So a lot of people need to know that death is death.
Now, you kept mentioning, say, from how you knew me from back then, and now you want to define that as growth.
Yes.
So, to you, what are some of those challenges you've had to overcome to then define the state you are now as a grown person? Things you want to share?
Things about grown.
Yeah.
Things about grown. I've grown a lot. I just probably overshare. And that's not even something that I think is a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing.
I'm just self-expressive, really.
Yeah, I feel like I've suffered with that until I took this girl dead. I trusted her and I even shared with her my books and my feelings and why things went wrong in this relationship. This time I was ready. Because I felt like the previous relationship, the biggest problem was trying to keep things to myself.
Yeah.
And not being as transparent.
Vulnerable, yes.
I lost the idea and I didn't tell this one. But I kept them on the same wave until I could not keep them on that.
You can't keep them.
I kept them on the same wave. One more like you. You don't just beat again.
I know.
So when I offered and shared so much of this woman, and I didn't really expect them to hey, this is enough for you to love me, but I gave it a process. I have tried to do this chick for longer than I have tried to do it. Which I feel like is a bad thing. But then I felt like the reason I kept going back to them is because I've tried so much
to them. So it's a comfort zone. Yeah. It's comfortable hanging there.
And what I hated the most, it was very one-sided. I don't know anything
about her, that she knows everything about me. Being an oversharer is a problem. It's a good thing, but it's a problem because when you share your whatever you're feeling, the person you're with knows exactly what to do. Yeah. So I was an oversharer with everyone, literally. I didn't care if we are deep or we are very small, boy. At school we are hanging, and that set me up.
But it helped you, right?
It helped me. I was always it is what it is with me. What you see is what you get. So, but I also realized that, you have to apply wisdom in some of these things. Not everybody wants to hear all your stories. Not everybody's interested in actually even, not like if you have a business plan and it's not yet there, you're sharing your whole idea, let me steal it. If you have a trip you're planning or a guy you like and everything and you're telling this paper nuggets guy, bantu bazibu, right? And but then at the end of the day you see something not working out, you wonder why it didn't work out, because you overshared. Yes. So some of the things that I've outgrown is yes, energies don't lie. And so I want if my vibe and yours don't match, please it will show.
Me too.
It will show.
Me, that's the bitch.
It will show. By the way, it will show. Yeah, like to just sobola. Like yeah. So it won't work. It won't work. And the same will be Bambi go your way, I go my way. Polish your energy and let's see maybe. Yes, I believe in energy. So yeah, one of the things I worked on and outgrown is our sharing, and I used to really care a lot. In as much as I say I don't care, I used to really care.
By the way, that has to be the best thing you can ever do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really must.
Yeah.
Concept of not giving up.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So if you, and it's interesting.
Yeah.
I was so I happened to manage an artist, right?
Okay.
It's called Dollar.
What haven't you done, Karen? You're about to tell me while you're mchele or something.
Yeah.
I hear you.
But since they don't have those budgets, since you have supporting staff and you can do some things, media, to build the production.
Yeah.
So it's just one. Hopefully, maybe it's okay as well. But Dollar Gun.
Okay.
So the thing is, we've been to places and he's kept wanting to do the PR thing, right? To show people this is how get more following. So what about posting plain pictures for us at home? It's okay. Once my dad gets to know that this travels, so you can follow that and you don't understand.
No.
So for him, he really doesn't believe in that. I was in S2 when my dad's first passport was food. So he keeps telling me and us, we are being cool, man.
Chochi, Sichpia. I love him. Sichpia, I know. All of us only watched that on your right.
As Dora said, I don't really.
Yeah.
Because first of all, that energy thing is real.
Yeah.
But then you have to do that PR.
Yeah. It's what works.
Social media people need to see that.
Man, I'll be out of 256.
When they have passports and their bags.
And
people that have traveled more than once, they keep doing it.
Bruh.
So I keep on Snap asking the ones who have lost the name, like,
Fortunately, bro. Hey, even if you don't even post a pic more, your location will kind of show where you are. So I don't know why guys stress. Window. Why no color? Then I'll do.
What role do you think it plays in our lives?
Love plays the biggest role in our life. Love plays the biggest role. Love is the most important thing. How so? Because just even the basic things, if I'm going to chase something, if I'm going to chase a dream, I have to have the passion for it. That passion is love. If I'm going to learn and build with somebody, if I'm going to work with somebody, if I'm going to do something, even if art, anything, I have to love it, But of course, if not everything we do, we love it. Some people are doing things they don't love because, what do you do? But there's that thing that you love, Love is important. Love is love. I don't know. We can't escape it. Yeah.
I feel like love is my link to the future.
Yeah.
That's how I think.
Yes. Because of your love of conversation, your love of meeting people, your love of, hearing people's unpopular opinions, hearing the unfiltered truth about people, that love, that passion that you have for the things that you do. Yeah, here we are.
I'm about to conclude, but I usually let people ask me questions.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Yeah, back to Makita. That juice was nice. I think I tasted it.
What's the impact of TV on society, in your opinion?
Impact of TV.
Like your show. What's the impact of your show?
No,
First, tell me about your show, actually.
Loud It. Loud It amplifies youth issues. We talk about Christian. We talk. It's Christian values, like big sisters and brothers, because we host people. We host a panel of people, and we have a topic that runs a whole month with different subsections. If it's authenticity, now this month we are talking about what are we talking about? We're talking about authenticity last month. This month we are talking about transitions. I'm even hosting, can you imagine? But we're talking about transitions, and there are different transitions in life after school, life transition into ministry, transition single to married, transition as a parent. You were once without a kid, how's that? Yes, so I feel like impact of TV currently in this day to age to the people that we want to consume the product. TV has to branch out. For TV to make sense, you need to branch out. You need to have a YouTube channel. You need to have probably a TikTok, something that is going to root. Yeah, it's going to root people. So that's got to get your content out there. But how many people watch TV? How many people have time to watch TV?
The numbers have dropped.
Big time. I only watch TV if I'm in the salon and it's showing whatever. Like half the time my son has taken off a TV, he's on watching cartoons and everything. So and there's even nothing interesting there. I feel like that no longer. This TV is so boring. I'm sorry. But yeah, like there's nothing there. Like apart from soccer.
No, they're not evolving though.
No.
The football brings in a lot of money.
Yes.
So it makes sense.
Yes. But they need to evolve the other channels. Like the things that you're going to go, you watch the same movies the whole year. So I feel like TV has no big impact on the people that we want to meet. That's why my show had no YouTube channel by the time I joined the station. And I would be posting on my status because they want you to post on your status. They made a poster and everything. So they want you to post on your status and tell people that you're on air. Now, where are they going to find you? First of all, Dream TV as in itself is on GoTV. Not very many people have it. That's already. Yeah, so now you're going to end up being watched by people that are not even going to consume your product. And you're not working. That's why at every, when we finish up the month, we make sure that we make calls with the people. We want to hear, what has this month impacted you? Have you learned anything? Do you have a question? That show, the last week is for the people really to ask us anything and everything concerning what we've been talking about. Just for us, we know that. But now there's coverage. I have friends that I post the link every Saturday. I post my link on my status and
You never post on Twitter.
well, Twitter. I do, but like I don't feel like it is that target. I will. I'll find a way of doing that. I should do that. Like, but I was waiting for Twitter has an aesthetic. Yeah, Twitter has an aesthetic. You don't just be in your studio like how you are.
But by the way, me, I force. When you watch this podcast, it's a transition.
Yeah.
Okay, quite pricey, so that could have given it some weight. But still, you see that struggle code with the video. Now I have to keep in people's meetings, so I have to dress for those meetings. But then the conversation is fine.
Yes. Yeah.
It had never been. This is why it's a bit guest based. So that focus.
Yeah, no longer. So but then that's the point exactly. Twitter aesthetic best, and I want to maintain what I am, my brand. Back to that, I want to maintain my personal brand. Like I don't want half baked stuff. I don't want things that are not even going to get engagement, and people are going to watch your show today. It's still having hiccups. It's still how.
Never worry about it.
No, I know you can't worry about that, but like there's somewhere where you can reach and you're like, wow, this is worthy of consumption. If people were logged in into this, they'll benefit. So I've been thinking about it because I've worked there for a year now. Just
That's enough. By the time you sit down, you guys don't have like a review every end of the month.
yes, we do. Yes, we do.
When I feel like a conversation was shallow.
Yeah.
But then I
Or not. Anyway.
because at least I know my son listened to my podcast when they were same age. So if you educate them,
Yeah.
so that's like also the hidden purpose of the podcast. But yeah, my son and nieces and his generation. And because at some point I will sneak into this stuff.
Yeah, sure.
This is a side thing, you can just do it.
I hope he's outspoken as you are.
Getting there.
But his mom is, so like I believe that yeah, it will work. Is this the part I ask you questions? Would you consider would you consider having your family, like, would you be happy if you ended up with your baby mama and your son? No? Why?
It's gone.
It's gone.
Yeah, we've stayed away from that. I'd be happy if the relationship between us becomes better. So I am strongly working on being the best human being I can be, so that we get to that level with time. So I have conversations with her mom and her sisters. I do understand the stain of anger, but then I also understand the amount of love. Getting back.
Would you be happy? Like how you've been raised in a home that had.
That was my biggest scare in life. And God gives you biggest scare.
He does, man. He does.
Life was just that.
Ending up with a. Yeah. Co-parenting is.
Co-parenting, fine. Step parenting, I hate it. Like I hate another woman because I've seen it with my uncles. I've seen it.
You've seen it. You've had stories.
So I know it's something I really, really frankly didn't want.
So it's a no.
How getting no.
Even if everything factors are worked on and she's better for you, you're better for her.
She's being worked on as well. Once you speak with someone,
I know.
We had that opportunity of going there.
Yeah.
Until another relationship of me was publicized. She's like, that's for.
Yeah. So you're the problem.
You're only the problem. No. We have decided to move on. So I feel like that's what
that's what you do. No. You should. Are you friends though? Regardless? Well, but it's a work in progress. No, I'm asking that because I'm also co-parenting. Yeah, so I know what it means. It's crazy. Okay.
You have found peace without me.
And I have found peace without you.
Peace with my life.
I know.
Because I feel like we got back together.
It's going to be
that
breaking
up. You did this, you did that, you did this, you got us there, you got this. Like any small mistake would be like, and those all have you can.
Hey, me to be your man. Oh yeah. Okay.
I want to start over.
Okay.
And do it right. Like I am a master of my mistakes.
I love that for you. I love that thing.
The biggest issue I'm getting with that. The people I like don't like me. And the ones that like me, I don't like them. So it pisses me off.
Guys, the Pokemon likes, please like him back.
Please like him back.
Please like him back. The man is losing hope and faith in love. What hidden talent do you have? What talent do you have that people don't know? Something that doesn't come off easy. What talent is that you have?
Well, I've been told everything, but I've never been told as much in bed. Maybe
Well, I mean, to you, that's it. Really? All right, last question.
Very good franchise.
Yeah.
So, Makita juice, I feel like it's one of those Nokia stories, right?
Indeed.
But I feel like there was so much pressure on me in my life.
Okay.
I was trying to raise up.
I know. You're trying to make money.
So it came into prioritizing what should go, what should win. I had a really supportive partner, but then because of where I was in life, I felt like I was very ignorant.
Okay.
So the things I took for granted.
Yes.
So really money. I lost the job, so I was funding the whole game. The period I lost the job before I lost the job, then I lost that girl.
Yeah. It was 2 losses. Double loss, double trouble. There was some there's some like with the forum that you've established for yourself right now, with the growth that you have in business, with everything, would you consider bringing it back? Because it already was a name.
Yeah, I have tried to talk to sponsors about the brand. Very good conversations on there. And I want to kickstart it for them, right? So I want to do one by myself. I want to bring back the games. Please.
And if we would actually have a lot of people coming because they relate. Yeah, they relate with this thing has been
Hopefully next year.
Godspeed.
So yeah, I'm putting together money to like just run one round.
They let it
because we didn't document a lot of the first one to see. So now I can do that.
Yeah. I think that was your thing. Like if I had of Kiran anywhere, the first thing I'd remember I think about was Makita juice. So you should do it.
Yeah,
you should do it. And then lastly, are you willing in your life to give God a chance?
I don't think God a chance.
A better chance than the one you've given him.
Yeah. So my ex-girlfriend, not anything. My ex-girlfriend, like a church person.
Okay.
They kept taking me to church, right? But then I kept going to funeral. But then I kept having this conversation about the preaching.
The things that you're not understanding.
Apostle Betrayal also. Someone I think is my uncle. Story for another day. I like the guy. It's sometimes genuine, but then I've not yet come to terms with the whole concept of basking in God to feel better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like to let God consume you. I know that.
So it's just going to take that. But kid you not, Namilango College as an altar boy. My dad is
yeah, Namilango guy. You guys, Namilango guys don't like type of babes, especially my ear.
My ear, so I love that. Oh, interesting. Let me tell you.
Hold on. But that was fun. That was really, really dope.
But my thing is not. I don't really want to sit, right?
No, I also don't think so. I don't think you are. Because you're going to pray for us at the end of the podcast.
I still believe I am a product of God, because of the creator and because he has like a blueprint of our life.
Yes.
Eternal.
Yes. He has the plan.
When I look into the projection of the future of my life, it's so bright.
Yes.
And I've worked so hard for that. I literally can count how much money I'll have in 5 years. Which people I'll be speaking to, things like that. I know how I've gone. I know how much access I just gotten from this podcast. And access to everyone.
I mean, you have.
I do have another podcast I host. It's for an NGO. So they pay my studio to do that podcast.
Okay.
I get to them, then we share things, then they get to me with the business they know. And I know it's going to be bright.
Yeah.
So, also my last thing is what mother reading. It's finished. I feel like this superpower that looks that had this written down for me.
Yeah.
It's just that
there's something that you're waiting to tick.
I don't feel like it's ticking. Not banging. I went on the street for like 3 years, 2 years, I think. It's really not strict.
Okay, you have a family that supports you and loves you. Of course, because I'm sure that was self-inflicted. Coach, love.
So, but being there meant like taught me so many things. Among this, which was like detaching from life.
Yeah.
Knowing that everything is just vanity.
Yeah.
So, and going away from there and then being able to just have this, right?
Yeah.
Get going. I have people that really look up to me even when I don't think
You make sense. Yeah. Well, that thing really pushes me, you know. Somebody comes and they tell you, oh my God, you keep me going.
emails.
There's a time I'd gone, there's a time I'd gone for a burial. Where were we? Some chick followed me. What up? She's like, Mama, I just want to say hi. Call me hi. Like, I watch your show. I'm like, you, what? You can recognize me. Even I was on my things. You know, you're in barrier. You how you are. You get. But I was impressed that I was impacting someone's life positively. At the end of the day, I just want to, as a person, contribute to the world positively. I wake up in the morning and I will tweet something positive because that's me. I will think well. Like, I'm those people, I'll apologize to myself, literally. If you've done something bad to me and you don't see it, I'm not going to be there to tell it to you because you're not a kid. I will give myself the apology. If I'm going to cry, if I'm going to get over it, I'll get over it and move. Like, I want to know that I did some positive. I caused a positive revolution, a change in a positive, in the easiest ways, in the smallest ways. You can be on a border, you know, and this guy is judging you because you want to get your uncles, sister, money, bossy, uncles, but you know, they always have stories. And I have been approached by so many people. I'm easy to talk to. I'm a people person. So I have encountered so many people, even just church, even, you know, the show, because we host people. I've met so many people, but I love the fact that somebody can find me worthy of holding that information of theirs, you know, information that concerns their lives. And, you know, we talk about something. Someone you live and they're like, "Ah, man, when I felt better. After talking to you, it made sense. After talking to you, that is my life goal. That I want to make a positive change. If it's through maybe Bible verse, if it's through a tweet, if it's through something funny, if I'm going to help you in literal sense, I don't know, like get you out of it. I have girls that I talk to who were younger than me. Many. I think it's a big sister thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a big sister syndrome, but like yeah, sure. I talk to them and they're telling you their experiences and they're asking you like, P, how did you manage to get through this? How did you go from here to there? You know? And I'm not probably the smartest or even have the most perfect life, but just being able to give you that little bit of, you know, you can do it, you know, you can get out of this, you're stronger than that. That is all for me. I want positive change. I want positivity. I live in a positive bubble. Yeah, so yeah, sure.
Usually my last question is, what type of legacy are you trying to be behind?
I think I've been talking about it. I want to be remembered well. I want to be remembered as a person that lived. I want to be remembered as a person that was happy always. It's hard to be. Yeah, like.
Is happiness very fleeting?
It is. But even in its fleetingness, the people that can't contain it, the people that can't even be happy that today is a good day, if you get it. Yeah, but at least I try. I do. I make sure that someone asks me that, are you always kawa? Are you always happy? Are you always... I'm like, no. But I intentionally do this. Like, I intentionally decide that, no, this is not going to take my peace. This is not going to consume my time. I'm not going to be on this. Yeah. So I want to be remembered as a person that impacted lives, a person that lived selflessly. I intend to have a foundation in the near future. And it's broad. The idea is
giving back.
Yes, giving back. I want to have a foundation whereby it's going to have everyone. But in the please, because in the things that I want to focus on, mostly men. Men have no platform. People are just picking it up now, you know, slowly. A boy child is I'm not even saying this.
I'm actually partnering with mentorship program. There is the money me can't.
Yes. Yes, it's important because if we are raising all these girls and we are focusing on the girl child so much, we are raising them, they're going to end up with the boy child. Now, if the boy child hasn't had the focus, at least maybe 50% as what the girl child has. Men don't get vulnerable, men don't cry, men don't talk about things that they die with, I think they explode with pressure. Now we're under stress, but just because he's a man, society has structured him that way. So in the things that I want to focus on, I want to focus on men. Like my foundation will be broad: widows, orphans, bitchy, drug addicts, whatnot. Like I want people to live there with a holistic experience. Yeah. So ideally, that's part of my legacy. I want to be remembered well.
Nice.
Yeah.
You mentioned something there. I had this question to come up. Speaking of drug abuse, what did you feel about the Matthew episode? I don't know if you listened to it, but
I did.
Okay, not just that podcast. What do you feel about your friend, schoolmate,
going through that?
And Matt's being lucky, right? They've gotten out of it and they can share.
Yeah.
Just going through it.
Personally,
thinking about our peers, like I get taken out. Like, it just doesn't have the.
It's sad. It's sad to watch, especially when you know these people for who they are. You know their potential, and you watch them literally being gone. It's like they disappear. I have experienced it firsthand with very close people to me, family, friends, and it pains. It's like you lost a child, it's like you lost a person, like a person dies, and half the time you really can't do much. You can't do much but pray and hope that they'll get out of it. So for Matthew, I'm happy that he is in a better place. He's in a better place enough to even talk about it. I celebrate with him every milestone. I'm proud of him. Like, I celebrate with him whenever he puts it out there. He's like, I'm this month's break, I'm this, I'm all for that because I believe in not just second chances. I believe in another chance. Life gives another chance, not just a second chance. Second chance is one. But life, every day you wake up, it's a chance for you to be better, to do better by you, to change, to start all over. I wish people have that mentality. You have to give yourself another chance every day. Every day is a new day. Yesterday's problems are yesterday's problems. Tomorrow's problems are tomorrow's problems. Today is today. So what do you want from yourself today? So you can start all over. You can start anytime. You can really, really, really do whatever you want with your life. You're the master of it. You're the pilot of your life. So it hurts to see them, but there's a lot of sensitization going on. There's the stigma around it has reduced by far, because back in the day, your drug problem, they're just going to throw you in rehab and forget you. But now people are gentle, people are kind, people are graceful towards them, and I like
people realize definitely
because now it can be you. Ish.
In a minute.
Even that person was normal like you, so it can be you anytime. So
and once you really start to, so that's like my biggest mantra.
Yeah.
And it's also one of the biggest things I learned on the street.
Yeah. Nick, you're on street to chill. For real. Like a street kid. Put it there.
About it, like on the street, literally. The other person is, I'm about to name drop this guy.
I'll find out after the podcast.
So, because for them, it's interesting. I could actually even take them on some dates. When I like some gaga passes now quite send because of garbage number zungu na unyanti streeting or manual zungu. Now quite nkalonga kumi. No for now chose collab
no zigata no in the multiplying at time street oh my god.
So this person could not really give me the fact, but this is how transparent I wanted it to be. I was like, you know what? I'll get out of here. Okay, I didn't know I could, because now to become heavy. So when I look up the heels, right? I jump being depressed immediately. So it takes me time. It takes me another year.
Another year.
Kawa child at my parents.
Everything is kawa.
Yeah, it's okay.
Mm.
So I lose my job. Then I detached like from the whole women thing. Nothing like really. The hardest thing for me is to get close with somebody. We have to have that connection.
Yes.
So that happened, right?
Mm.
There's a way my depression then comes. I even get into another solid relationship. We are on trips together.
Let's say.
We get into a very solid relationship with someone. I feel like okay, and then I realize that I was just meant to.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Before you know it, in 3 days, we're in the bed, we have
Mm.
doesn't really happen,
Mm.
it's happening so fast,
Mm.
which I ended for like 6 months.
Mm.
She was on Twitter making me so mad, scared. So I hate people who like that one. I'm happy for them. I know they will just this, but they have changed.
Yeah.
I've tried to make their life now more private. They
Mm.
have to live stream.
Everything.
Live stream.
Hey.
I find that special.
Is it? Chiringo, wechicho.
So my depression hits, right?
Mm.
So every day I noticed, every day at 6 p.m., tears were flowing out of my eyes. Every single day for 2 weeks straight.
What?
So I noticed it in like after 1 week and 3 days. I'm like, but you know that this very time
You cry?
like for nothing. And people like then these memories come up.
Mm.
And it just has to wait for me to get into. So there's a spot I used to go and like out in my legs. So, but because again, the English speaking, not like that.
Maybe what it was Yoko Street. I don't know what you want.
So I could just be alone and just be there in my me time, listening to things people don't listen. Like there was a big disconnect, but also a connect.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Yeah.
So I realized that immediately my body sensed a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So then after some time, I tried to talk to a cousin of mine. She's like, she meant to go and see a therapist, but this was like after some time.
Yeah.
But in that time, this happened for 2 weeks. They just kept flowing.
Mm-hmm.
It became a pattern. I was like, what is really wrong? And why do I get this feeling? Even if I'm doing what, as long as that a lot of time
It's yeah.
They just go.
Mm.
There's something else.
Yeah.
So I start to realize that okay,
Mm.
now this is the pain I had to really experience.
Yeah.
Because how did I even expect to just be a bad guy? Just move out and
get out of it like that. How? What do you mean?
So now it hits me that this is what I have to do.
Mm.
To feel the things I'm feeling
Mm.
and be about it.
Yeah.
On the street, like really on the street, I had no job. I felt like all people had helped me. This happened. I didn't want to like be about it to anyone.
Mm.
I had already really left home. I left home at such an early age. But it's not coming back.
There's no way you can
I tried. And my sister like, no.
touch color.
Come back.
I know.
Touch color. Because now, in the time I felt like I might not be home maybe to my parents. I took my sister. Man, once they were like touch color, I'm like, what will I do now? But
You're never fully.
just about money, get a job.
Find something. Mm.
Luckily enough, I present things to people. Yeah, I've been really
Yes, salesman, you've been blessed. You've been happy.
So I sell everything, concepts and ideas to people. They buy into them, execute them. Kickstarter like that. It spirals up really quick. Yeah, the podcast comes in. It's an idea. We need to build it. Investments come in.
Partner with the right people. Yeah. Happy for you, Karen. Like I don't think we'd have this conversation back in the day. Yeah. So I'm glad that we met at the time that we have and that we have been able to have something productive. Really. It's been so much fun. It was such a round conversation. I don't even know where it went. It went here, it went here. I can't wait. I can't say thank you. Thank you so much.
So do you want to take the first prayer?
Yes, I do. After you. Yeah.
Loving Father, we thank you for enabling us to have this conversation. We hope that it has been fruitful. We hope that whoever listens to it can pick something from our experiences. We thank Priscilla for being brave enough to share her personal experiences with us on the podcast. Loving Father, we pray for our family. We pray for our friends. We pray for whoever might need your love. Please see them through. We continue to pray that the money we are looking for does not neglect us. Pray that our families not neglect us. Pray that they don't resent us. Pray that you bless our minds and our hands to produce the fruits of your labor. We pray this through Jesus' name.
Amen. Lord, we thank you for this time. I thank you so much for this great opportunity. I thank you for the spaces that you're opening up for us. I thank you for Macaron. I thank you for his life. I thank you for his story. I thank you for growth. I thank you for the journey that he has experienced. Lord, I pray that he may experience you for you so that he may encounter his life, so that there may be a difference in how he sees you. And Lord, we pray for this podcast and everybody in production, everybody that listens to it, everybody that needs some love, everybody that needs a hug, everybody that needs a friend, everybody that needs, because the world is crazy right now. But we pray that you may give hope to those that need it. We pray that you may see everybody through whatever they're going through. We pray that you may help our businesses to blossom. Pour blessings on our hands, pour blessings on all the concepts that we're having. May the future be as bright as we hope as it is. Help us to know how to live in the moment. Help people to know how to cherish the now. We pray that whoever listens to this podcast will leave rejuvenated, will get therapy, will find answers that they're looking for, that it may trend, that it may go far. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
Amen.